a sea of orange, the color of the day at Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. About 87,000 decked out in that color. Independence makes her flight down to midfield. And as War Eagle lands, that means it's game time.
This is not just Penn State versus Auburn. This is Big Ten playing against the SEC.
Close your eyes, feel the fire deep inside.
This is a rare event.
Let anticipation fall to ash.
It will not be as rare in the future. Look at that. We got a touchdown, Penn State, and the Nittany Lions win it.
Finley to the end zone.
He's gone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And with that, we look in at a packed house at Jordan-Hare Stadium. 130 years of football for Auburn. They have never hosted a team from the Big Ten. Today it happens as the Nittany Lions of Penn State invade the Plains. And the Home Depot SEC on CBS brings us the matchup of the Lions and the Tigers. Number 22 Penn State against Auburn on their home field. What a feeling it is. And a great day at Auburn. They're visitors from the north, heading south on the plains. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partners are Gary Danielson and Jenny Dell. This is a cool field, Gary. You know, it's kind of like a bowl game or something here in week 3.
Yeah, but nobody's opting out on this one. I'm going to tell you right now. I think the fans are excited. We're excited. The players are excited. This is what college football needs, more of this. And I think with the playoff on the horizon, we're going to get more and more of these great matchups.
Auburn's happy to be out to a 2-0 start, but it's kind of a shaky 2-0 start. We've got a couple quarterbacks that we're not sure about.
Yeah, that's a problem in modern-day college football, but they got to go with what they got. And in this football game, it's going to be T.J. Finley, number 1. Robbie Ashford, number 2. Finley's a drop-back passer, transferred from LSU. We saw him play his first game of college football. Erratic, great arm. Robbie Ashford came from Oregon, has never really played a game of football, played baseball at Oregon, but not football. He's the real man. He's going to come out with the running game.
This guy is the running game. Actually, a two-headed running game, too, but Tank Bigsby's a good one.
He really is, and they need Tank. He gained 100-plus yards in this game against Penn State a year ago. I just don't see how Auburn can beat Penn State unless they come through with a complementary running game for this game.
Well, for Penn State, I wanted to say something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. We'll start with the new, though. And they got a new guy at tailback that's special.
And he'll be in all white like Penn State should be on the road, and he's a great player. We have seen young players break into college football. Now, Nicholas, his first game went up against Purdue. A little bit of a slow start, but he just broke loose against Ohio. Now, can he do it against his stingy Auburn defense? Well, Sean Clifford hopes so. Sean's a 6-year vet, has won some big games, including the opener at Purdue. He's got it all, up and down a little bit, but when he's moving around and breaking plays out of the pocket, Penn State is pretty good.
One of the best games he's played was a year ago in the whiteout in a 28-20 win in Happy Valley. From Happy Valley to the plains of Auburn. The Big Ten and the SEC. Auburn out to prove that they're better than everybody expected them to be. That's what their fans are hoping as well. Let him loose. comes Penn State, the number 22 team in the country. Not much Southern hospitality already. Nittany Lions and the Tigers coming up. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Jersey Mike Subs, AT&T, Mercedes-Benz, and by the Home Depot. Penn State coming in from Happy Valley in State College. Auburn on their home field here on the Plains. Set to have at it for the second time in 2 years. Last year, a year ago tomorrow, Penn State with a win in a whiteout. Jenny, maybe a little different today.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard of the whiteout game, but this is something new. Auburn was not to be outdone. They went full-fledged this one. The theme today is all Auburn, all orange. And let me tell you, when this game was put on this schedule, it was circles. I'm telling you, you guys mentioned it off the top. This is the first time a Big Ten team has ever played here at Auburn, and as you can see, this place is just filled to the brim with a sea of orange. Coach Franklin told me that Penn State has been preparing for this game since June, guys. And Owen Paco and the Tigers, they're ready for it. He said, yeah, you hear all about that whiteout game. Well, Penn State, here is a real welcome to the Deep South.
We'll see how welcoming it is. Auburn won the toss and deferred. Penn State will receive. Wow, it's electric in here.
It really is. There was rumors that Auburn was going to wear orange jerseys, Ness, unless these are tearaways.
They're in navy blue. A little bit warm, but not as bad as we expected. There were reports earlier in the week that it could get up to 87 or 88. The sun just came out moments ago. We talked about Nicholas Singleton. He is deep. Anders Carlson kickoff gets us underway. And Singleton calls fair catch. So Penn State will bring it out and start at the 25-yard line. And with that, our lineups are presented by Papa John's. And it starts with the sixth-year senior out of Cincinnati, Sean Clifford. He's right in the top three in virtually every passing category in Penn State history. It helps a little bit when you play 6 years. Here's the guys that join him. Brenton Strange, one of the tight ends. These two teams both use two tight ends a lot in the game. And so we'll see Strange as well as Tyler Warren for Penn State from the 25-yard line. The give is to Singleton. And the freshman goes for 5 quick yards against the Auburn defense that looks like this. And the guy that I think's got to have a big day is Derek Hall, one of the captains, a senior. He and Wooden want to pressure the quarterback when it's time to throw, and they're both good ones. Second down and 5.
No movement. Second down and 10.
Let's see if the noise already got to the Lions.
Start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So as much as you prepare for noise in practice, the added emotion of the game is something you cannot practice.
They started practicing with a silent count like 3 weeks ago, and some of the players were, Coach, we're playing at home. Why do we do this? We're getting ready for Auburn. Second down and 10. Singleton flanking Sean Clifford in the backfield. He flares out. Clifford throws in the middle, and there's a tight end that we talked about, and he's got a first down. Brenton Strange, third team Big Ten a year ago with the first down for the Nittany Lions.
And part of the offense when you're playing against the Penn State defense that loves to rush the passer and make an impact is get rid of the ball quick, just like that.
And now they go quick to Singleton, and he goes nowhere. Derek Hall.
And Derek Hall, as you mentioned, that whole right side of this Auburn defense going against a great matchup against Penn State has to come through. Penn State loves to run the ball left, and they're going to run it at the best two defenders Auburn has.
They got an empty backfield right now as Clifford's going to backpedal into the shotgun on 2nd down and 8. 5 receiver grouping for Clifford. 4-man rush for Auburn. Quick throw and the slant's incomplete. Broken up nicely.
Yeah, DJ James that time locked on, expected the slant, and never backed out. He's bump and run to the outside, bottom of the screen over there, anticipates the slant, actually beats the receiver to the spot.
Second worst in the Big Ten. Right now, that's one of the things James Franklin said we got to get better at. 31%'s not going to cut it. This is 3rd and long. Clifford, pressure coming. He's going to run away from it and get the first. Oh! Maybe he didn't get the first down. The ball is out. And it's out of bounds. Short of the first down. Did he take a shot from Owen Papel?
And I think that stunned him. I really do. He took a shot, and you could tell Papel, who was injured in this game a year ago, just tried to injure the quarterback. That is, keep your eyes up when you're running, because that is closing fast. I think that is a clean hit, too.
Face mask to face mask is the way I would look at it. Not crown to the helmet.
And I think let's keep an eye on Sean, because he was stunned right there. I'm surprised the officials aren't bringing him out of the game.
Well, he's under center. Trying to get the first down, a yard shy right now.
Are they going to go for it, or are they just going to try to draw him offside?
They're taking their time. Auburn with everybody up front. The sneak. Everybody pushing. I don't think he got it. I think he's a foot shy.
So against Purdue, they showed the same T formation with Strange in the fullback spot, number 86, and ran the quarterback sneak with the Bush push. They do the same thing, and it looked to me like Auburn was ready for it. Strange pushes. I don't think he got it.
I don't think so either. I think a foot short. I don't know if they're going to bring the chains out. Auburn says they stopped him.
I don't think so.
Auburn takes over on downs.
Yes, I'm really surprised Penn State did that, because I think Sean Clifford was not 100%
I agree with you.
play.
I don't know how he could be. Colby Wooden and company make the stop. Auburn takes over. They're going to bring the sticks out anyway. I don't know that it's necessary, but this is the right thing to do.
So this is kind of my answer all the time for the analytics guy. The analytics guy says this is what you do, go for it, and 4th down like that. I say, yeah, but where does the analytics say?
Not even a foot.
That your
About 5 chain lengths.
That your quarterback was dinged.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't measure that. And Auburn gets great field position for their first time getting the football.
Sean Clifford took this hit before trying the quarterback sneak, and they come up short. No score in the opening couple of minutes with a big play as Auburn takes over on downs. And time for our lineups presented by Papa John's for the Auburn Tigers. And it starts with the big fella, TJ Finley, out of Ponchatoula, Louisiana. Started his career at LSU, moved on to Auburn here last year. Now the starter. As we said, we'll see 2 quarterbacks. Here's some of the guys that will join him. John Samuel Schenker. We're talking about tight ends today. Auburn uses a 2 tight end set about 47% of the time. Schenker's been around 6 years, and he knows what to do. He's Mr. Dependable. They like to go to him. He had over 30 catches last year from his tight end spot. Great field position, though, to start after taking over on downs at the 47. Here's Tank Bigsby. And Tank Bigsby spins his way near the 40.
So one of the parts of the offseason program for Tank Bigsby was don't bounce it outside. Gash it like the NFL guys do, and that's exactly what he did. Set that foot and take the crease. They think it's going to make him, and he thinks it's going to make him a better ball carrier this year.
Tank.
Pretty good when he came into this season.
You're not kidding. Over 1,000 yards last year. First time 1,000-yard rusher for Auburn since 2017. And we've seen him since the freshman season He's a good one. And now we got quickly Robbie Ashford in at quarterback. We didn't expect to see him until the third series of the game, but he's in quicker than that. And it's Tank Bigsby with a first down. Joey Porter made the tackle, but Tank gets it to about the 36.
So the freedom of getting the ball at the 50-yard line gives you a lot of confidence. I mean, listen, you know, I wouldn't have gone for it. If they made it, it would have looked good.
Yeah.
When you're playing a team that's struggling at quarterback, I'd be punting the ball, trying to get them inside the 10-yard line and increase that pressure.
TJ Finley back in at quarterback now as they rotate during the series. Javarius Johnson, the motion man. And they're going to pitch it to him. One guy missed, but not the other.
And Tarver, number 46, almost made the play in the backfield. And an Amani Diaz defense, and that's the defensive coordinator for Penn State. The whole game plan is get that offense behind the chains. He coaches it, he preaches it, he recruits to it, he places his players to get those tackles for loss.
Yep, he wants you in second down and long. He's got a second down and long right here. Second down and 9. Finley in the gun. Got some pressure out in the flat. Nice toss out to Jarquez Hunter. And it took a couple of guys to bring him down. Elsdon finally did. Part of the Penn State defense that looks like this. Joey Porter Jr. They're one of the best corners in the country.
They are. They got a really good secondary. Up front, they're really good. The question mark is right here at linebacker. They're good. They're athletic, but they're not experienced. And in the first 2 games, Purdue really didn't try to run.
Yeah.
Ohio outmatched, couldn't run. That's the game plan for Auburn. Simply run and get at those linebackers.
One of those linebackers, the middleman, Elsdon, has made a couple tackles on this series so far. He's more of a special teams player a year ago. Third down and 7. Big play here for Auburn. Trying to move it down the field for the first score. Finley throws on the run, and he throws a rope. And a first down toss to Shedrick Jackson.
Well, there's no doubt when you watch T.J. Finley play, the first thing you notice is he's 6'7". The second thing is when he throws the ball, he can zip it. And this time, he goes up in the pocket, and that really breaks down the defense. That push inside and not scrambling really opened up the hole for Jackson to get into.
Touchdowns on all 8 of their drives in the red zone. They're right now at the 8-yard line. First and goal. Bigsby nothing. Lost a yard.
And P.J. Mustipher that time, number 97, the great nose tackle, coming off of an injury himself. Injured in Iowa. That really was one of the turning points of the season for Penn State a year ago. When P.J. got hurt in that Iowa game, he and both Sean Clifford, you could see it. That's going to be a tough matchup for Tate Johnson.
And Mustipher playing in his 43rd game. That's a lot of football.
You could see the difference in Penn State when he got hurt last year.
Yeah.
Watch tape. Complete difference without him in there.
Second down and goal for the Tigers back at the 9. Bigsby in motion out of the backfield. Finley looking the other way. Now throws to the corner to Bigsby, and he overshot it.
Yeah, that was a safe play, though. A little bit of a pressure from the left side. But one thing we did notice in warm-ups is, what is this, Ness?
he's warming that shoulder up, I guess.
Right, it's like a gyro, and it goes around, and I guess it just helps put pressure on that rotator cuff.
Jenny knows more about it than we do, I think.
Yeah, it's called a shoulder spear, so it's a device to strengthen your rotator cuff. He told me it's absolutely working for him, guys. See
if it works for him on 3rd and goal. That was his first incompletion. It's 3 out of 4 on this drive. TJ is saying, let's go, guys. Clock's winding down. Did they take a timeout?
I think they did. I think they had a bad formation. They had a late substitute, and I think there was confusion from Auburn, and Brian Harsin ran down there and took a timeout.
I think this is a good timeout. You don't want to waste a 3rd down and goal in the opening quarter.
Number 8, Worsham comes in, the transfer from Miami, and from then it gets me confused, and Franklin runs down there. He says, late, they came in late.
Get nonstop sports news, expert picks, and the biggest highlights on CBS Sports HQ, the free 24/7 sports news network. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. You can even catch our own Gary Danielson joining the HQ team after the game. What do you do here, partner? Third and goal.
They do a good job with HQ after the game, and I'm ready for it. But I tell you what, now without Ashford, I thought they might bring in Robbie Ashford. Before the play was whistled dead, Penn State was not blitzing. Let's see if they change it up.
Finley, third and goal. Looks to the right, goes down at the 14. A sack. Curtis Jacobs. Big play by Jacobs.
So no blitz. Let's see how many they bring. They bring 4, but it's a stunt with it, and Jacobs just runs around the outside too quick with that edge rush. Jacobs, the linebacker, goes into the line, gets around the end, and beats Troxel. Right tackle for Auburn.
Going to force a field goal attempt by Anders Carlson from 31 yards. And he's got it inside the right upright.
That was a big win for that Penn State defense right now. They're going to feel good about that with the ball placed on the 50-yard line. They bail out with inability to get the 4th down play.
And that's exactly what James Franklin's thinking. We'll let him have the 3. That's what it is. Tomorrow it's an NFL on CBS doubleheader, beginning with the Patriots meeting the Steelers in Pittsburgh's home opener. Dolphins take on the Ravens. Later, big showdown in Texas. Joe Burrow and the Bengals take on the Cowboys. We'll get you set for the day's action starting at noon Eastern. JB and the guys on the NFL today. Tomorrow, week 2 of the NFL is on CBS. Our aerial coverage of today's game brought to you by Goodyear. As you look in to Anders Carlson, he just hit the 31-yard field goal. The 69th field goal. Thank you, Goodyear. I guess I jumped the gun on that, or I jumped the ball.
That's hard to do.
It is from our vantage point. And fair catch called for. Singleton takes it, and he'll walk out to the 25 with the rest of their offense. And now we got to look at Sean Clifford and see if, if he didn't get his bell rung a little bit on that hit, I don't know, but apparently he's okay.
So listen, Auburn ended up losing their last 5 games last year.
Yeah.
But in 3 of those games, and in the first 2 this year, they held the other team's offense to less than 400 yards, including the game we did when they held Alabama to 388.
Right.
So there's a lot of pride on this defense coming in with this Penn State offense. You don't just come in here and play average offense and beat Auburn's defense.
Kevon Lee is a tailback right now. He's going to get the call. And he got a couple, but he was swarmed under Owen Pappo in that Auburn defense. And down is Kevon Lee, holding his right knee, it appears.
Kevon Lee was the starter at the beginning of the season, started the Purdue game.
Had over 500 yards last year. And
let's take a look at what happens. Nothing unusual in that look right there, to me.
Yeah, I didn't see anything either, but as he's backpedaling right there, looked like he'd go down okay, but a lot of bodies.
Yeah, just wonder if it was his ankle more than his knee. Not sure.
And we'll check on him when we come back. Kevon Lee moments ago, the sophomore out of St. Petersburg, Florida, limping his way off the field on his own power, but headed straight to the medical tent on the Nittany Lions sideline. So that's going to put even more pressure, Gary, on Nicholas Singleton or Katron Allen. Now they got 2 young guys got to carry the load.
And Lee is their most experienced receiver out of the backfield. He caught the winning touchdown pass against Purdue. So that would even, as you said, the young freshman, maybe running comes natural, but picking up the blitzes and running the pass routes out of the backfield is a whole different game for a young freshman.
Katron Allen, the aforementioned, is in there at tailback. 2 tight end set for Penn State. They're going to motion Allen. It's going to be Sean Clifford on a run all the way, and he's going down courtesy of Derek Hall. We told you Derek Hall was a key, and he certainly has been already.
And this is really the matchup that you really love. Your two future NFL players here at left tackle and right defensive end for Auburn. They're going to go man-to-man, and this time Hall throws off Shanu and makes the play.
Third down at 10. Third down's been a problem for Auburn. They're going to have to get all of this one. They need to get to the 35. Parker Washington in motion as Clifford under pressure. Fires down the middle, and he got it. Complete. Mitch Tinsley, the transfer from Western Kentucky. That's a big play.
Yeah, number 5 looks familiar to Penn State fans. Last year it was Dotson, now in the NFL, and the transfer comes in and does a Dotson-like catch.
Tinsley, their leading receiver. That's his 11th catch here in week 3 now. We'll go back to Parker Washington. Short game before he's knocked out of bounds. Tinsley a year ago over 1,400 yards receiving. The last 7 games, those are good numbers. Last year, 87 receptions, 14 touchdowns. And on the transfer to Penn State, we've seen the impact that transfer portal wide receivers can make already this year. He's another one of them. Second down and 8. Katron Allen up the middle. Allen into the secondary. He's all the way down to the 43-yard line of Auburn.
So when you're at Penn State, you recruit running backs. We already told you about Nicholas Singleton. Now Katron Allen, number 13, shows why he was such a highly recruited player out of IMG Academy in Florida.
Allen stays in there after picking up 16 yards and a first down.
They moved Leo to the other side to mix it up a little bit.
Allen again. Off left tackle, maybe got 3 before Owen Papo made the stop. Let's check in with Jenny.
Yeah, update on Kevon Lee. So you guys saw he needed some help getting inside the injury tent. He spent about a minute in there and then went right over to the bike. I overheard him tell a teammate that something on his right side was twisted. I'm not sure if it's a knee or an ankle, but guys, he's trying to do everything in his power to get back in.
All right, Jenny, thanks. That would help their tailback situation. Right now they're down to 2 young guys, and so far the young guys are doing very well. Katron Allen carrying the load so far on this drive. Second down and 8. Clifford trying to tell him where to go. To line up on the right side. Fakes it to him. Gonna go deep. Man out there. And he's got it again to Mitchell Tinsley.
So one of the talking points for Auburn and their defensive backfield, they saw it last week against San Jose State. They had good coverage, good phase, but didn't win any 50-50 balls. And again, that time, ball up, got a chance as a DB, perfect throw from Clifford, and Tinsley just outreaches the Auburn defensive back who was there, but he's not making the play.
Can't throw it any better than that one.
Nope.
Pick up of 34. First and goal at the 7.
Again, that 2 tight ends look that both teams use, but Penn State loves.
Allen maybe got a yard.
Well, Keontae Scott got beat on that pass, but that time he came back and made a great play against the run. They do love to run left, don't they? And I don't blame them. They're strong over there. Number 74 and 58, those are 2 high-level blockers. And when they shift the 2 tight ends over there, that's formidable.
Devin Ford was in the backfield, now flanks out to the bottom of the screen as a wide receiver. Second down and goal. Clifford with a run all the way. Clifford, touchdown, Penn State. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
So what a nice drive. So that's the nightmare for this Auburn defense. Sean Clifford hit him last year, 28 for 32. What does he come back? Beautiful drive. They think it's a throwing situation. This is an inside trap for the quarterback run. Nothing to read there. That was a designed quarterback run.
Boy, it was perfect. He only had to make one move in the hole because the hole was there. Pinniger in for the point after. Up and good. So Penn State has an answer to the Auburn field goal with a 75-yard drive in 9 plays. The capper, the 6th-year senior quarterback, Sean Clifford, from 7 yards out, gives Penn State 7 on the board. They're up 7-3. Penn State, great-looking drive that covered 75 yards. They did a little bit of everything. Take the lead at 7-3 on Clifford's 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, he's a nice answer from their quarterback, huh?
Yeah, for sure. After taking a huge hit, coming up short on a quarterback sneak on 4th and 1 that gave Auburn the ball. And then to engineer that last drive, I guess there's nothing wrong with it. And Auburn will work from the 25-yard line. This is what we were talking about earlier in the game. If you missed it, the shot he took right there. When they went for it on 4th and 1.
That was like a jab to the left and then a right. A perfect blocking right here. Block this way, come around, block down, and then pull around with 86. I mean, beautiful 5-man blocking up front. Bring the tight end in. Quarterback feels the seam. Can't do it any better than that.
You said a jab to the left and a cut to the right. On the touchdown, it was a jab to the right and a cut to the left.
I'd rather be handing off and watching it than receiving the jab in the right cross.
So Auburn with their quarterback under center this time. And Bigsby dropped for about a 3-yard loss, and we got a flag down as well.
And that was Curtis Jacobs again.
You know what he says? TFL usually means tackles for loss.
Offside.
Jacobs
Defense,
calls them
number
tackles
97,
for laughs.
lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That's not funny, though.
No, but he says he can't help it. Every time he makes a tackle, he starts laughing.
Exactly.
And you saw him right there after that stop on Bigsby.
So they line up in the neutral zone? Is that what it was? Yes.
So Auburn doesn't lose yardage. They gain 5. It's 1st and 5. Finley at quarterback. We'll try to keep you straight on that because they rotating during series. Although Finley's pretty easy to spot, as Gary said, at 6'7", 250. He wants to throw here, and he's going to go deep. Man out there, broken up. Incomplete. Kalen King with a nice defensive play.
There's a lot of talent on this Penn State football team, but I don't think any group can take a brag over what these defensive backs as the best unit. The defensive back unit for Penn State has got talent all around. They probably go 4 deep, led by their All-American Joey Porter.
Yeah. 25 pass breakups in the first 2 games is a whole bunch. Porter had 6 of those alone in the Purdue game. Empty backfield for Finley on 2nd and 5. He's going to run for it. Got the first down and a bunch more. TJ Finley with a slide to about the 47-yard line, somewhere in there.
Well, let's talk about TJ Finley a little bit. It's his 3rd year playing at this level of college football. He said, I wasn't ready before. I played a little early at LSU. I really wasn't comfortable last year. This offseason, I finally feel comfortable.
Here's Bigsby. Bigsby, nice move across midfield. And Tank's got a first down.
Yeah, we saw that flag come out. You wonder who it would be, and I wonder if it's on the tight end, Shanker, number 25.
He had 2 or 3 of them last week.
Holding. Offense, number 68. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And it's Troxell with the holding call.
Yeah, right side of that line. I wonder if it was a tight end. It was Troxell. Troxell right here got beat earlier for a sack, and this time trying to hold that right side and grabs just a bit at the end.
Right
on
there.
44, Chop Robinson. Robinson is an impressive player as well. They got a nice front 7 here, don't they? Penn State.
Chop came in from Maryland.
Yes, freshman All-American. So how does he reward Maryland? He comes to Penn State. That's what you do.
He recruited heavily by both of them. Went to one and then decided to go to the other. Pass batted down.
And I think that was that number 11.
Abdul Carter.
Yes. Carter's another one of those highly recruited. They don't give just anybody number 11 at Penn State. And look at him. Is a big football player, 6'3", 235, and he's got the whole package.
Yeah, he does.
We saw that Purdue game. He got thrown out for targeting early. First play on defense, he gets thrown out.
And Ryan Kelly, the wideout, way up on top. Finley and Lee having a little conversation, it appears, on second down and 20. Finley rolling away from pressure, wanted to throw, now he has to run, and he's going to get knocked down by Kobe King. We talked about, Gary just mentioned, you wear number 11 at Penn State, you better be able to hold up to guys like this.
Yeah.
LeVar Arrington is going to go to the College Football Hall of Fame this year. Micah Parsons is one of the best defensive players in the NFL already.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
They give you that number, they think you can play. We were lucky enough to cover LeVar in the
Third down and 20. Have to get all the way across midfield here.
Penn State in a prevent defense.
Finley wants to throw on the run, does, and got it. Complete to DeVaris Johnson.
So T.J. Finley breaks the defense down again by moving up into the pocket. Right here is what happens, but the key is T.J. Finley moving up in the pocket on the play and then finding the breakdown in the defense. Buy some time, keep your head up, and just lob it over. He's got a great touch on his play, I'll tell you that.
25-yard pickup on third down and 20. Curtis Jacobs is the guy down.
Isn't that the first
Penn
thing
State.
we learned when we watched TV? We grew up to prevent defense. What does it prevent?
It prevents you from scoring.
Exactly.
I meant to say prevents you from winning.
I know.
We were going to break.
We were right to commercial. I couldn't say anything.
Our unique shots in today's game provided by Goodyear as we take you to a first and 10 at the 43-yard line. Tank Bigsby finds a hole. Might have another first down.
So I feel when I watch Bigsby play that Tank doesn't fit.
No, it doesn't.
I really don't think so. I mean, he breaks tackles, but it just doesn't fit, and that's Joey Porter now. This is a third injury. I mean, Curtis Jacobs, number 23, just left a play ago, and now Joey Porter, their All-American corner, goes down.
There's Joey.
Right side of the screen.
Number 9. Might have been friendly fire.
Yeah, I didn't.
Helmet to helmet with his own teammate. He's coming off. His dad, a great player in the NFL for about 13, 14 years.
The word that comes with Joey, I mean, he's a great competitor, but long. Everything about him looks long. He's got a terrific body for the corner in the NFL.
He's got first-round draft pick written all over him. Again, I think right in the right side of his helmet, maybe. A little bit of a neck issue. Hopefully he can come back. Meanwhile, it was not a first down run. Bigsby was a yard shy, second down and 1 at the 34. Auburn looking for an answer from the Penn State touchdown. It goes short, and it was Schenker.
Good tackle.
First down.
Kobe King was all over him that time, and Schenker made the catch.
Schenker last year, 33 catches, which is the most ever by a tight end at Auburn, and they've had some good ones play here, and he picks up a first down on this short toss.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be a perfect pass, that's for sure. And be able to catch it in that kind of a traffic, that's a good play.
So Finley in a little bit of a groove right now, and when he gets hot, their offense looks pretty good. Bigsby spins his way for a couple. When you're getting back to your Tank thing, it was all the deal when he was a little kid. He just kept running into furniture and things, and his parents said, you know, he's bouncing around like a tank.
Well,
and it sticks, but he's not built like a tank.
No, he's not. He's way more maneuverable. He's got, you know, quickness. He does run through tackles, so that works in a way. But, you know, you Tank, you just visualize, you know, a flirty Zonka.
Right.
Bang, bang. Robbie Ashford's in there at quarterback.
Just when I was saying Finley was in a groove.
Yeah, well,
Here comes Ashford. Joey Porter, as you saw, is back here. Ashford launched a run. He broke one tackle trying to get to the edge, and he didn't get much, and then he ran right into another tackle on the Penn State sideline.
Yeah, Nick Tarburton that time, number 46, played quarterback the whole way. He didn't go for the fake at all. And as you watch Robbie Ashford, he had most of his experience playing baseball.
Yep.
Now, at first I thought he missed this, but I was told that it's after
contact.
the ball.
He ripped one. We just drawn pictures on that yesterday going, I don't think he's going to hit it. It was after the ball was hit.
Here comes Manny Diaz's defense. They're going to come after the quarterback on this play.
They got a whole bunch of guys on Pride of Lions lined up, and here they come. Finley rolling to throw. Look out from behind. Just had in, and he threw an interception.
Yep. And that's exactly when you talk to the Auburn coaching staff, what they're trying to get him not to do, make plays outside of the offense. Not necessarily the interception, but when you don't have it, give us another play. He waits too long, tries to do too much, and ends up being an interception as he gets hit just as he's trying to get rid of the football.
Wheatley with the interception. Jalen Reed with the big hit. The Manny Diaz defense, in this case, pays off. Penn State takes over when we come back. Set to start the second quarter. More importantly, Gary, the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, I think the game clock, not the play clock, but the game clock ended before the snap. I wonder if that's reviewable. That's the end of the quarter. It's like the end of the half or the end of the game. If I was Auburn, I'd be challenging this.
We're going to check into Gene's territory after this play. But right now, it's a moot point, I guess, Gabe.
Yep,
Penn State's got the ball and a first down to their tight end, and he's still running.
Yes, the big tight end had played just like that against Purdue at the end of the half. He scored a touchdown on the play. Brenton Strange, number 86, looks like you got him. You got him. You don't got him.
And he picks up
nifty.
24 yards.
I really can't wait to talk to Gene to see if I'm right or wrong, whether the play could have been challenged.
Well, the Auburn fans right now are in your corner. No doubt about that, if they know about it. And if they're watching at home, they're screaming at their TVs. First down after a 24-yard pickup out to the 47-yard line. Pump fake one way by Clifford, going deep the other way. And overshot him, and brought time to bring in Gene's territories. We're talking about the end of the first quarter, Gene.
Yeah, Brad, and Gary makes a great point, and it is reviewable by rule. In that scenario, a little unique because we know if Auburn would want to challenge that, they would call timeout and then initiate the review process. If they were then successful, get the timeout back. With the end of the quarter, maybe that slips the coaching staff's mind, but to ask for a review there, they could have reviewed it, and I believe they would have been correct in having that quarter been over.
Gene, hold on for a second because I have a further question for you.
Second down at 10. Three-man backfield. The give is to Ketron Allen, and not much there.
And just to follow up, Gene, one more time, isn't that a mistake by the replay booth, though? They're in control. They can do it themselves. Why do they have to, as you say, the coaching staff maybe is backed up, but why should the replay official be backed up? If we could see it, they should see it.
I agree, Gary. You're right on that as well. That could be a review initiated by the booth and get that right, and really that play doesn't exist. Doesn't happen, and the quarter ends with Auburn with the football.
That break, you got to overcome it, right? If you're Auburn, nothing you can do about it.
It's a Big Ten replay booth, and they have no collaborative second man. Well, I don't care. They just came in a little while ago.
No.
False start.
I'm just telling you.
That is a big stir right there.
Third down.
Hey, facts are facts.
Facts are facts. That's my guy.
All-star penalty. If Auburn holds and gets the ball back, that play maybe in the end won't matter.
Yeah, but it's a three-point play.
I know it is.
It's a minimum. It's a field goal.
They've already lost 3, and who knows what Penn State might do, but here's third down and 14. 5 receivers for Sean Clifford. Auburn's defense asking for even more noise. They get it. Clifford gets rid of it. Complete on the run. Lambert Smith. And a flag down at the end of the play. He's short of the first down, but let's see what the call is. Michael Cannon will let us know. First, he's going to let Coach Harsin know.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on the offense. Holding, offense number 5, and penalties decline. Holding, offense number 79, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat third down.
Well, double holdings. You'll get too many of those.
Should have good protection when you get 2 holdings. Holding to the outside by the receiver.
There's one.
Declined. And the offensive line left side right over here. It happens. Right there. Got a little late on the play, but my fault.
So, 2 Lions got a little handsy there, and it forces third down at 24.
Auburn was spying on the last play. Really rushed 3 and get 2 penalties on the play. Spying on the quarterback for the scramble.
Clifford short over the middle, and that one's going nowhere. Derek Hall decks Devin Ford.
That's Derek Hall's second big hit of the day, is it?
Yep.
That's a defensive end rushing the passer and then hustling afterwards. Rushes the passer, doesn't get there, pass is completed, boom, come back and get the guy.
What a play.
That's what you love. That's what everyone who turns on the tape, when you make all SEC, you make NFL draft, that's what they look for.
A more to punt for Penn State. Deontay Scott, this is a wobbly punt, bounces at the 20. He's going to take it on the fly, and he kept it alive. Deontay Scott made something out of nothing there, and he's out to the 28.
That is a heads up. Love this play by Scott. This is a ball that could conceivably bounce all the way down to the 1 or 2 yard line. It's a bit of a risk, but he takes it, makes a guy miss, and gives his offense the ball near the 30-yard line.
Auburn's got it back on offense when we come back.
Adam Zucker in New York with this Jeep update. The face of Auburn football last year, Bo Nix, going long for Oregon, finding Troy Franklin. This play would set up Nix's second rushing touchdown of the game. 17-7 Oregon on top of BYU. Ness?
All right, Zuck, thanks. So Bo, who is a 3-year starter here, now wearing a different color. Meanwhile, TJ Finley running the show on this snap, at least for Auburn. Again, that was Hunter. Only got 1 or 2. Don't forget tonight you can catch Florida face off as Florida Atlantic looks to upset the UFC Knights. Action kicks off 7:30 Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Chris Lewis, Danny Cannell will have the call for you tonight at 7:30. Just under 12 minutes to go. First half, Auburn trailing Penn State 7-3 with a second down and 8. In the pistol set, Jarquez Hunter behind TJ Finley. He fakes it to him. Throws way out of bounds.
Yeah, nobody open. Corner blitz that time. He had to run away from it. I think that's what this offensive staff, Eric Keyshaw, their new offensive coordinator, was telling us yesterday. If TJ stays within the offense, he's fine. When he tries to get out of it and guess, doesn't go progression 1, 2, 3, he just jumps to number 3. He thinks he's going to be open. That's when he makes his mistake.
Tries too much sometimes.
Yep.
That's what that Auburn fan is wondering about, too. It's third down and 8.
Let's see if Penn State comes after him. Overloaded to the side. Looks like they might. They do.
Finley. Deep shot. Oh, what a catch. Unbelievable.
Landon King, I think it was, wasn't it?
He's their tallest receiver, and he used all of that stretch.
Absolutely. Playing in the slot one-on-one. You got all that space outside. He's matched up that time with a safety-ish player. He does play corner as well, but matched up with Hardy. Puts it up top. Wow, that's spectacular.
We watched him in practice on Thursday, and we were going, wow, this guy's got some length to him. Did he ever? Great catch. First down to the 46-yard line. He's going to lose yardage. Darquez Hunter all wrapped up. Loss of a yard.
I think that was big 97 again, wasn't it? Mustapher that just plugged that thing.
He's one of their captains, second team All Big Ten last year, and he makes some plays on that inside.
Can't tell which one he is. No, it's inside more. I think it was actually number
Akeem Beeman.
I think it was number 51 Beeman.
Rowdy Ashford back in at quarterback. Schenker switches sides on a second down and 11. Oh, threw it right in the ground.
Yeah.
Bixby's like, hey, I got to turn my head around before you rip it over here.
Well, that's because, you know, he had an attack right in his face that time. And he really wasn't ready to throw it. Went from the left side, unblocked. That's tough. And right past Bixby before Bixby even looked at him. Lucky it wasn't a lateral, to tell you the truth.
He would have had to catch that one with the right side of his head on the way by. So back comes Finley. Third down and 11. Flags fly.
False start. Offense, number 58. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Tigers are making it hard on themselves after that great play and that catch by King. You're thinking, all right, they're back in Penn State territory, and now they're going the wrong direction.
By the way, good news, that is a picture of Curtis Jacobs on the field back. Limped off earlier.
So they've picked up a 3rd and 20 today. Let's see what they do on 3rd and 14.
Remember last time they went deep prevent. Doesn't look the same this time. No, they're going to bring a man off the edge right here.
Number 25's got his track shoes on. Finley looking to run away from it. Can he get enough? Finley, he does! And he took a huge shot at the end of it, but it's first down Tigers as he shows you with that first down motion.
So when T.J. Finley came out of high school, he was a bit overweight with his size, 6'7". Worked really hard on his body, and just to make these plays here, that's enough. If you put it all together and your quarterback can get you these type of plays, you don't have to be any better runner than that, but you got to bring that passing game.
18 yards on a 3rd and 14. First down just inside the Nittany Lion 35-yard line.
That's 2/3 really long.
Yeah.
Been converted in this game.
Here's a jet sweep. Shedrick Jackson broke one tackle, and he's got a first down. And Uncle Bo would love that move.
Yeah.
Bo's here today somewhere. Saw him before the game.
Not a lot of passes go to the wide receivers. Against San Jose State, only 6 receptions by the wideouts. But Cedric Jackson is their go-to guy. He's the best they got.
Yep.
Although after watching Landon King, I think we may vote that I should be in the conversation.
Absolutely. He's in motion right now. Sets up in the slot on the left. On the first down at the 22. High snap. Got it down. Got it into Darquez Hunter's hands. Hunter might have a first down at the 12. Jair Brown got him out of bounds.
Well, this time, Tate Johnson at center does a good job of getting this play blocked and pushing that defensive tackle out of the way and cleaning it up inside. Good job inside by the offensive line. Stutz, number 62, also did a good job.
They had a all-SEC center that retired right
Nick
before
Brahms,
Nick
yep.
Brahms, and so Johnson a little bit undersized, but he's doing a good job. The coach is saying he certainly did, as Gary showed you there.
And I thought that'd be a tough matchup for him and Mustapher, but that time he was able to take the defense where they wanted to go.
First and goal. Darquez Hunter cuts outside, broke one tackle, got to the 7. Curtis Jacobs, who just checked back in after being shaken up, makes the play.
I think Tyler Elston, number 43, just clipped his foot as he makes the cut. Watch Darquez Hunter make the cut, and Elston just dives out and clips him from behind. That's what really stopped the play.
Second down goal. Hunter. Nowhere to go that time.
Testing again, penetration. Those big defensive tackles stop those offensive linemen, and the middle linebacker makes the play. Up front, catch those blocks. Allows the linebacker to hit it and force the back just to move. Can't hit it clean, and then that cleans it up.
Nick Darberton ended up with the tackle, and he's the guy that's down. Check out him. He made a big play there to force a 3rd and goal upcoming. Inkmaster returns with an all-new season. All-star artists are back for another shot at the title. Now streaming exclusively on Paramount+.
So you got to wonder what Manny Diaz is going to bring here. He's tried to prevent defense on 3rd down. He tried to attack coming off, but neither's worked. 2 for 2 on 3rd down.
Here's a look as they break the huddle from our AT&T 5G pylon cam. And it works our way out to the 7-yard line for the Auburn Tigers. The 11th play of the drive coming up.
I know what I would do right here. I'd be thinking number 14. I'm going to throw it up and see if he can make a play. Let's see where he lines up. And let's see the matchup that he's got for Landon King. I think he's proven and deserved he gets another shot. He's coming off real tight formation.
Everybody in close. Finley has to throw quickly and does complete to Jackson, but Jackson's only going to get to the 5. Nice job by the Penn State defense there.
For me, that was a little bit too much of a gimmick play, trying to trick him on the play. Came out with a quick snap. Penn State, it was ready for it. They waved off. They got the right guy. They stayed with their back. I would have preferred to throw into the end zone that time.
So that brings out Anders Carlson, who already hit from 31. This will be a 22-yard chip shot. And that'll be his 70th field goal in an Auburn uniform. 3 more on the board. Just under 7 minutes to go till halftime in a 1-point game. Now it's time for Do Project Smarter, presented by the Home Depot. And I guess, Gary, if I was building, get that from Home Depot, building a coaching staff. Look at the ex-players on these two teams. This is unbelievable.
I know. One of our favorites way back,
Anthony Poindexter.
Yeah, we did that Virginia-Florida State game on Thursday night. Taylor Stubblefield, the great receiver from Purdue.
All these guys on the Penn State coaching staff. Now let's see. We're going to play.
Good matchup here.
Play Auburn. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
we got you.
Anybody run any better routes than Ike Hilliard, the quarterback, the receiver coach? Cadillac Williams.
One of the great tailbacks ever here.
I'll tell you, this is a good matchup. A little 6-on-6 with the coaching staff.
That would have been fun.
Hey, they do.
We covered a lot of those guys.
They do 3-on-3 basketball. So
why not?
Has that?
That's right.
I'm
Big
suggesting coaching staffs of college football off-season program.
Nicholas Singleton waiting on Anders Carlson's kick. He might bring this one. And he will from the 2. Singleton straight up the middle and a good return out to the 30, maybe the 32-yard line. As we check in New York and get an update, Adam Zucker. Look.
Hey, Ness, Bryce Young started the day with a passing touchdown and adds a rushing touchdown here against Louisiana Monroe. 28-0 tied before halftime. Ooh, a little spin move. They also have a defensive touchdown and a punt block for a touchdown on Terry Bowden's team, who was 3-3 against Bama when he was at Auburn.
All right, so Alabama big at halftime. Georgia won big over South Carolina. Here it's Auburn trying to go to 3-0.
5 yards back. You know what's interesting? Penn State.
False start. Offense number 44.
You would think
5-yard penalty. First down.
Coming into this game, they had the best kind of test before this game. They playing at Purdue. Purdue's psyched up for that game. Huge crowd, really loud. You would think you'd get used to that noise. They've been practicing, but so far they've been affected. It's got to be the nerves, the anticipation of this big game for Penn State.
Tyler Warren is the guy that jumped, the tight end, one of 2 tight ends for Penn State that play a lot. 1st and 15. And Singleton goes down. And a beautiful play by Marcus Harris.
Yeah, Marcus Harris, the transfer, you don't hear this a lot, from Kansas.
Right.
Making the play there, really coming on, talked to the coaching staff. He's gotten stronger, understands the game, much tougher to block this year, they said, at the point of attack than a year ago.
Well, Jenny told us that Kevon Lee was going to work it out and try to get back out there into the Penn State offense. He is right now, flanking Sean Clifford at 2nd down and 15. The tight end Strange in motion. And here's a good run by Lee. So that leg is okay. Picked up about 10.
Yeah, you got that 2nd and long. You love this. Be able to run the ball. It was supposed to go to the right side. And Lee sees it, sees the opening, and gashes it up the middle. Play was designed to go wide right. He just saw the crease and took it.
Big 3rd down right here. The crowd knows it. Getting louder by the second for Sean Clifford. Here come the Tigers from the corner. Throws on the run. Complete out to the 50 to Brenton Strange.
And it was an interesting, Matt, on this play. Ness, remember we were talking to offensive coordinator Mike Yursich, his 2nd year at Penn State with Sean Clifford as they hurry up and get ready to go again.
And Clifford will run into some traffic after maybe a 2-yard gain.
We're talking about how Clifford has kind of bonded his 2nd year in this offense. He had 3 quarterback coaches and kind of for the first time feels comfort. And he said, you know, as Yursich said, I'm coaching him. It's kind of a double-edged sword. The guy's a good scrambler. We'd like to keep his eyes downfield, but he's good at scrambling. We don't want to take that away from him. He showed it on that 3rd down play.
No doubt. Only got a yard on that last one. 2nd down and 9. He's under center this time. And now backs up to join Kevon Lee in the shotgun. A lob pass. Strange somehow got the handle.
You know what that play was? An R-P.
Long on the P.
Really long on the P because he goes, no, I got it all.
Well,
it worked.
It did. It's still going to be 3rd down, but a manageable couple to go.
Jalen Simpson said, I can block this thing, I think. And Clifford had to go high for it.
3rd and 2. Lee, the tailback. Tyler Warren sets up after being in motion, and Lee has got the 1st down.
Maybe. Close, right?
You don't think so?
I don't know. I was like, you're good at this.
Had to get right to the 40.
I know.
Hit there, and...
Yeah, he fell forward. I think you got that one, Ness. You know, I'm just a safe guy.
Yeah. Mr. Conservative.
I play it safe.
Yeah, right. It says 1st down on our graphic.
I know. Penn State with 1 long drive for a touchdown. They got it going again.
1st down at the 40. Kevon Lee straight ahead. And the ball came out right at the end of his run. I think it bounced right back in his hands. But he got 5 yards.
And you know, one of the real goals of this Penn State football team for 2022 season was to run the ball. And on this drive, they've run it better. I think his knees were down before he fumbled it, to tell you the truth. But this team really struggled running the ball a year ago. But on this drive, 5 of the 7 plays have been run plays.
Empty backfield for Clifford. 2nd and 5. That is a lateral. Double pass back to Clifford, the quarterback. Convoy in front of him. Sean Clifford down the sideline. All the way to the 10-yard line. And a trick play for the Tigers works to perfection.
Yeah, you could see the lateral. You thought maybe double pass downfield, but it was the old throwback screen to the quarterback. Get it deep, make sure it's a lateral. It was cleanly. The lineman fall down and then throw it back. Oh, that's nice.
It is.
I think I could have done this in that game. Caught that thing like that? I really do.
No problem, huh? That's his first career catch. Singleton down the backfield with Lee and Clifford. Nicholas Singleton trying to get wide. The freshman with a stiff arm got it to the 6.
See, that's why you're National Player of the Year and recruited by everybody, and you're 5-star, and you can gain the yards he does. He's outrunning high-level athletes here to the corner and making a positive play. You know, if you're a half step slower, that's a 1-yard gain.
Yeah. Second down and goal. Penn State's 1 for 1 in the red zone today, trying to make it 2 for 2.
By the way, and that's just a little note. Theo Johnson, the tight end, injured in the passes in this game and playing now. He's right there. I tried to get him, but I couldn't get him.
Washington in motion as Clifford scans the field across the middle, down to the 3 to Keandre Lambert-Smith. Third and goal.
When Parker Washington goes in motion this time, number 3, just keep an eye on him. All right, now let's keep an eye on him. He's open.
He sure is.
He's waving both hands.
Wow. I said Parker Washington in motion,
Yeah.
but I didn't know he was going to be in motion
Auburn
all by
followed him
himself.
for a while, and I think the guy went switch, and the other guy didn't hear it.
We got a timeout right now. Auburn took that timeout to try to regroup here on a 3rd down and goal. It's going to be a huge play at the 3-yard line. We'll take a break and see if Penn State can score when we come back.
Adam Zucker in New York coming up on the Geico Halftime Report. BJ, Rick, and I get you caught up on all of today's action, including Notre Dame trying to avoid an 0-3 start. Cal visiting South Bend. Jack Plummer's rush for one and pass for another. 17-14 Bears right now. Ness, back to you.
Well, the Irish having some problems. They pulled out all the stops, green jerseys, and the whole thing. Sean Clifford today.
Yeah, it's hard to take the ball out of Sean Clifford's hands, isn't it? I mean, when he has it, he throws it pretty good.
Yep.
6th-year senior puts it exactly where it is. And when he needs to, he runs it pretty good. And if you have the right call, he catches it when he needs to.
His first catch ever has got him down to the goal-to-go situation, which is now moved to a 3rd and goal.
Interesting time here for Penn State. If they don't make a touchdown, do they go for it on 4th down? They got all 3 timeouts. They could use them quickly and still get the ball back for a field goal.
Do you try Clifford on a run right here? 3rd down and goal.
Wouldn't be afraid to.
At the 3. The tailback is in for the touchdown. Katron Allen.
How about the freshman reading that blocking scheme on that one? That, at least on the depth chart, is your number 3 tailback. A true freshman reads it. His play is supposed to go to the right on this one. But, man, he sees the pile and does the jump cut. Watch him come this way, jump, and take it right into the end zone.
He had 27 touchdowns last year as a senior in high school. Now he says, now I got one in the big leagues.
Yes.
Great cutback. Katron Allen from 3 yards out. And the lead goes to 13-6.
And what a play for this Penn State football team in this game. And long run. Being able to run the ball inside the red zone and make a touchdown on 3rd down.
Jake Penninger in for the point after. Up and good.
Zone.
So on 3rd down and goal, to cap an 11-play drive that covered 68 yards. The freshman, number 13. That's a lucky number. Makes it Nittany Lions 14-6. Coming up, 3 of my favorite football people, Adam, Rick, and BJ. We'll have first half analysis and the best highlights from around the country is coming up on the Geico Halftime Report, which is 1:46 from now. This one is returnable for Jarquez Hunter. Ran into his own man at the 15-yard line and a couple of Lions as well.
Ness, we've been talking about the matchup between Fashanu, number 74, big elite player. He's the tackle right here. He's got the matchup right in front of him that he's got to make the key block on. Watch him get the block on a good football player wouldn't. It actually gives him the cutback. If that's a stalemate, there's no place to cut back. He gets the block that really springs it for the running back.
Fashanu only started a few games last year, but they say his development over the course of the end of last season and into this year, one of the better ones in the Big Ten, probably.
6'6", 321.
Yeah, that's it. Finley, 6'7", 250, throws it dart, complete, first down. Got back to Malcolm Johnson that time.
I think Brian Harsin was aggressive with his timeout call before third down, by the way. He did not want Penn State to run the clock all the way down. He wanted to keep time in case it was a field goal to come back with his offense.
Finley, blitz coming, and he throws a strike down the middle again.
Yeah.
Demarius Johnson.
It was low and away, but it was good enough. And as you said, Johnson comes up and makes the play on the thing. When you've got your wide receivers making plays like that, that's what you're looking for.
Yep. Well, that was thrown behind him. You're right.
And not every throw is going to be perfect. You need those guys to make those tough catches.
So Auburn's got something working here. They still got 1:15 to play with. That throw is complete as well. Their 2-minute drill. Oh, the ball came out at the end. Covered by Penn State right now. Jonathan Sutherland's on top of it unless they say he was down. I guess not. Shedrick Jackson's the guy that made the catch. Let's take a look.
Well, he threw it to the right guy. Let's see what happens.
Oh, the ball's out.
It was King, yes. Number 11. Well, it was Carter. I'm sorry. It was Abdul Carter that came across and got his right.
Number 11.
Yep. Watch Carter come from the inside, stick it out, and just put it on the fumble. Jackson knew right away that he had fumbled the ball. You could tell with his body language.
Boy, now Penn State's got all their timeouts in a minute 7 to go, and they're in great field position at the midfield stripe.
So it's one of those deals where if you're Auburn, you're thinking, okay, we've got the ball here with a minute 50, and then we get the ball to start the second quarter. This is a time to make a play. And what happens? The true freshman, another true freshman, makes a play.
Now let's see what Penn State puts together here. Up by 8. Sean Clifford, quarterback draw. That's going nowhere.
Quick timeout that time for James Franklin.
Colby Wooden made the tackle. No gain on the play.
Thought he might bust him for, 8, 10, 12-yard run that time, but no. Take the timeout. Good use of the timeout.
Invesco brings you today's Scholar Athletes. For Penn State, Jonathan Sutherland just made a play a couple of moments ago. And for Auburn, Jarquez Hunter, who's been co-number 1 tailback with Tank Bigsby today. Invesco, proud to support student athletes on and off the field with a donation of $1,000 to both Penn State and Auburn's general scholarship funds.
Penn State has used the forward pass judiciously. They've thrown it 11 times. One of them was a throwback pass by a running back. But it's kept Auburn out of getting into their sack game. Remember, we were here for the Auburn game when they sacked Bryce Young, 7 times in that football game? They've not been able to get the crowd engaged in the game with those sacks. Kept off balance by good play calling from Penn State.
Mitchell Tinsley's only got 1 catch today. It was a pretty big one. He's the big play receiver. Clifford lofted it out and overshot his tight end just into the Auburn bench. Just threw it away. 3rd down and 9.
The end of the half has been good to Penn State. Purdue had the ball with I think it was roughly 30 seconds to go. They fumbled it, and that's when the touchdown went to Brendan Strange. It really changed the look of that football game. We always see it when we do these games. End of halves are always huge.
Auburn players asking for some noise. They've received it for the most part. Fans are getting tired, though, as we approach halftime.
The fans are asking for something to really cheer about.
Exactly.
Not a sack.
Or an interception.
Yep. They have not turned the ball over this year.
3rd down and 9. And Clifford throws it in the dirt as there's a flag down or a timeout taken.
I think Penn State took a timeout. The illegal formation, I think he took the timeout before they could call a penalty.
(14-6) with 56 ticks remaining till halftime.
I think James Franklin is right at the top of the screen right there. Now watch after he calls timeout. He signals that it was a bad formation, and he had to take the timeout.
He's got the formation he wants now, I guess. 3rd down and 9 from the 49 of Auburn.
But they've already burned 2 timeouts.
Yep. And target line, if you're thinking about a field goal, you see where it is around the 41-yard line. Clifford's thinking more than field goal. Here he goes. Long ball, sideline, broken up. It was short and incomplete. Parker Washington, the intended receiver, Nehemiah Pritchett, was right in his pocket.
Yeah, Nehemiah Pritchett was targeted a lot by San Jose State. 9 times, but only 5 completion and no big play against him. Had 1 pass interference. Ball was underthrown and he got away with that one. I don't think it was pass interference. I wouldn't have given him pass interference. The ball was too poorly thrown.
Yeah. Barney Amore in the punt. Keontae Scott is standing back around the 5-yard line. And Scott waits on it. He's going to try to return it from the 3. You're not supposed to do that, but he was just trying to make some kind of play with less than a minute to go in the half. And now we'll see if Auburn tries to go deep a couple of times or if they're just going to be comfortable going down one score at halftime.
Have to punt the ball with incomplete passes.
Good news. You can now see every episode of TV's #1 new comedy, Ghosts. Catch up on demand or streaming on Paramount Plus. And new episodes return Thursday, September 29th here on CBS. TJ Finley in the shotgun inside his own 5. Oh, look out. Had to get rid of it from the end zone.
Yeah, see, on this play now, to avoid the situation where they have to punt, they're going to have to run the ball here on 2nd down.
He was shaken up a little bit. Almost took a safety right here.
He's very fortunate to get out of that one. On-block player coming right at you. He dodges a bit from Jair Brown, number 16, and gets rid of the ball.
And you know, they would have had a holding in the end zone. It would have been a safety as well. So they're in a sticky spot here.
Remember, Penn State has 1 more timeout remaining. So you got to, I believe, force him to take a timeout, not force him to run the ball so you have the play clock in your favor.
I think I'd give it to Tank Bigsby. No, they're going to throw. No, they're not going to throw. Finley will take off on his own. They're trying to rip the ball out of his hands, and that big body goes out for a first down, and then a flag flies in. We might have more flags before they get done mixing it up here.
Laquan Hardy, number 25 for Penn State, tried to get that ball dislodged from TJ Finley. TJ's too strong for that. And that gyro he had.
That's right. That
rotator thing. Watch how strong he's. Let's see if he gets hurt on this play, because he takes a hit right on it from Johnny Dixon, number 3.
And he lands on it as well.
Yeah.
But he knows he's got the first down, and he's looking to place the ball. Now we'll sort out the flags here and get the call after a 13-yard run by Finley.
After the play's over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 71. Half the distance to the goal, it'll be 1st and 10. That is number 71's first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
Wow. Brandon Council is the guilty party.
Yeah, the 6th-year player should know better, but look, that's way too late. Right in the back. That's a 6th-year senior, a lot of experience, and he makes a silly play like that. You're going to get out of the half if you're Auburn, but they had a chance for, at least 1 or 2 more plays for a long field goal, maybe.
And you saw TJ Finley holding his right shoulder with his left hand, or rubbing it anyway, underneath his shoulder pad as he comes off. 29 seconds to huddle around on the Auburn sideline. As Gary said, the fans have really been trying to look for a big play. A sack, an interception, a touchdown. They got 2 field goals from Anders Carlson, and that's all, but there's still a 1-score game against the number 22 Nittany Lions.
And they move the ball. They've got over 200 yards of total offense in the first half. They just can't make that final play. I'll go back to when they were down here before. I did not like that 3rd down call. Thought they needed to challenge their corners with their tall receiver, and they didn't do it.
I just don't think they've gotten in Tank Bigsby's hands enough either.
Yeah, that's true. Right from the start of the game, and that's kind of stopped.
In his hands now. Bigsby makes a move. Tank Bigsby, open field. Tank Bigsby still going near midfield. Now they're cheering.
They got it in his hands.
the whole idea.
Yep, what a one-yard pass play. That pass wasn't even thrown past the line of scrimmage. And again, the Penn State defense in a prevent defense does not prevent anything.
36 yards on the pickup, but now Finley loses the ball in the backfield. He's able to cover it.
Coming from, it was Robinson. Chop Robinson comes. The transfer again. The best pass rusher on the football team, they said. He loves the attack style. He comes around the corner and forces the fumble and ends the half.
Well, Auburn got one big offensive play, but it was too little and too late at halftime. And again, that shoulder is dipped a little bit for TJ
Sure
Finley.
is.
We might see a lot more of Robbie Ashford in the second half. We'll have to see. He walks in the locker room with his favorite receiver, Cedric Jackson, flanking him. But Penn State heads to their locker room with the halftime lead of 14-6. Here again is final seconds of the half.
You can always tell, can't you, when the guy's just not right?
Yep. Jenny's with Brian Harsin.
Coach, there were a couple big hits at the end there. Is TJ Finley okay?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see. I think he is right now. Just got yanked down here in the end zone.
Offensively, do you expect that we'll see more of Ashford in the second half?
Well, what I expect is we don't turn the ball over, and then we go out there and continue to run the football, take care of it, not have stupid penalties like we did there on that last drive. I think our defense is playing well. So we get the ball back in the second half, create some momentum there, go down and score, take care of the ball, and then make sure that we continue to run it and do the things we're trying to do on offense.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that is it in a nutshell right there.
That's exactly what they need to do.
Well, from the great plays to the halftime score of 14-6 as we send it to Adam Zucker and the guys in our New York studio. Fellas.
All right, Ness, thank you very much. Penn State up by 8, and coming up on the Geico halftime report, former Auburn quarterback Bo Nix has Oregon rolling over BYU, and speaking of rolling, so are the Tide. We'll get you caught up after this word from your local station.
And now a taste of tradition presented by Sonic. Let's send it down to Jenny.
Well, Brad, last season, the Nittany Lions welcomed Auburn to Beaver Stadium for their famous whiteout game. And after the loss in Happy Valley, Auburn is now returning the favorite today on the Plains. It's all Auburn, all orange. For only the second time since the 1980s, Auburn players are donning orange face masks. They also wore them in last year's game versus Ole Miss. And the Auburn faithful, they are doing their part today. Look at this sea of orange at Jordan-Hare.
Well, they've done a lot of cheering today, but they need some more cheering in the second half to try to make up the 8-point deficit to the Nittany Lions of Penn State. We want to send our condolences to our Vice President of Remote Production, Steve Karasek, on the passing of his father, Bob. And Steve, man, all of us here at CBS Sports offer our sympathy to you and your entire family. Halftime on the Plains. We'll be back. Visiting the Tigers here in Auburn, Alabama, as we're just about set to start the third quarter. And Auburn will get their hands on the football first offensively to start the third. They trail 14-6 in front of a packed house here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Wosu's got it teed up to kick off. Jarquez Hunter back deep for Auburn. Everybody's gotten their second win, the fans that is. They actually hold for him on the kickoff. From the goal line is Jarquez Hunter. And Jarquez got popped as he got to the 20, maybe the 21-yard line. We welcome you back to Jordan-Hare Stadium. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell down on the sideline. We spent most of the halftime with Charles Barkley, and you and Chuck were deciding what should happen for Auburn to get back in the game.
Chuck goes, are we good enough? And I say, hey, it's 14-6. Play ball, right? I mean, it's really a story of inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
One team scores 2 touchdowns, one team kicks 2 field goals. Story of the first half.
Let's see about TJ Finley now, who was nursing that shoulder as he went to the locker room at halftime, but he starts things off here Bigsby. Loss a yard. As we check in with Jenny Dell.
Yeah, I spoke with Coach James Franklin, and he told me very simple. Defensively, we need to get off the field on 3rd and long situations, and offensively, we need to score on turnovers. He said as far as the atmosphere goes, it's exactly what they were expecting and really prepared for it to go.
Yeah, they had a couple of 3rd down at 14, a 3rd down at 20. I can see what he wants to do and getting off the field on 3rd down.
Both teams were 4 for 7 in the first half, effective against the 3rd down defense.
Empty backfield as Bigsby comes out as a wide receiver to the bottom of your screen. 2nd and 12 from the 19. Finley, quick throw, and it was behind Bigsby, the intended receiver.
Let's just say this. There's one thing that is tough for quarterbacks. Throwing timing routes to running backs who are lined up as wide receivers. You just don't get a lot of reps doing that. You're throwing to a spot, the receiver's trying to get to the right spot. You just don't get that timing that you should on that throw when you're throwing to a wide receiver.
So here's a 3rd and long immediately. Do they get off the field?
Right.
Penn State.
What Coach Franklin just told Jenny.
Deep drop. Scrambling, and down he goes. They got to him. And it was Adisa Isaac, who you saw in the pregame, a tremendous feature on him and his family. He comes up with a big play here.
So Manny Diaz, the defensive coordinator on this play, just really rushes 3 players. They play spy a quarterback, and they cover the running back with the other linebacker. 3-man rush. You get away with it. A lot of people, the MO on Manny is he loves the blitz.
Yep.
He didn't on that one.
Now Auburn's first punt of the game from a tough spot is Oscar Chapman. Parker Washington is back deep. And the Aussie punt will draw a fair catch. You got a good one back to the 41-yard line. Pretty good coming out of your own end zone. So Penn State's got their hands on it on offense when we come back here early 3rd quarter. Now it's time for our hometown connection presented by T-Mobile.
Yeah, Brad, we got 2 sets of brothers on this Penn State team. That includes some twins, Kalen and Kobe King out of Michigan. They're both all-state players and captains in high school. They went through the recruiting process together, and they even considered playing at different colleges. But when they visited Penn State, they absolutely fell in love. Kalen said every time they get to take the field together, it takes them back to their childhood. He said playing on this big stage shows that hard work does pay off. And guys, of course they're living together at school. Kobe said they run into some arguments here and there, but overall, he's a pretty good roommate.
That is a great story.
How could those 2 guys with those pictures ever go to different schools?
Absolutely. Got to play together.
Allowed to do that.
So Sean Clifford and Penn State, and their offense works from the 22-yard line, 42-yard line, beg your pardon.
So the story has been that the Auburn defense, again, has not been able to control Sean Clifford. Back-to-back years. His best game last year against them. He's having a great one so far in the first half.
They've done a good job against Nicholas Singleton, though, in the backfield as the setback so far kept him in check. Singleton not in check. Singleton down the sideline, turns on the burners all the way to the 5-yard line. 53 yards on this one.
Yeah, the double tight ends. That's what they run at it. They both get clean blocks, push the line, the safety Kaufman out of the way, and again, that speed. When he gets to the 2nd level, he makes those big runs.
1st and goal at the 5. Singleton stays in behind Clifford. He gets the handle again, and he's down around the 1. DJ James made the stop. He also stopped him from scoring on the previous play.
We've seen in our years here doing the SEC, Eddie, yeah, that's the look. When you see the opposing tailback go for that many yards, you just go,
Kind of hang your head and everything else. 2nd down to goal. Penn State at the Auburn 1. Is it number 10 again? He's the guy that in the last 2 plays has gotten them where they are. They switched the tight end. They've got 2 on the left side.
They got 3 of them over there, really. 44 is a tight end as well.
Singleton. Touchdown, Penn State. Number 10 did it all.
Brad, in the open, when he's showing you the lineups, he said they've got some tight ends. And this time they ran left, the big tight ends. Strange gets a block. Warren gets a block. Actually, they had an extra offensive lineman in the game. I thought it was a tight end, but it was Effner, number 72, lined up as even a bigger tight end at that spot.
Singleton had 4 carries for 10 yards in the first half. He did all of the 58 yards for the touchdown for Penn State. Pinniger in for the point after.
And they didn't even have to gamble on that drive at all. It was 3 rushes, touchdown.
Extra point is up and good. Less than 3 minutes have elapsed in the third quarter. The Gatorade National Player of the Year from last season, now a freshman at Penn State. All 3 carries, all 58 yards. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. SEC on CBS is sponsored by State Farm, Taco Bell, Wheels Up, and by Jeep. From the Auburn campus to Jordan-Hare Stadium, where the Tigers need to come back after Nicholas Singleton. Our AT&T 5G pylon can brings it right towards you. They got it down close. Then he finished it off. All 58 yards on 3 carries. The last one was right there to pay dirt.
I really think that is good coaching. When you got a guy that makes the long run, keep him in the game and give him the ball and let him score the touchdown. Don't be looking over here to come to the bench right now. I'm going to give you a 6-point play and make a touchdown.
This one go. Jarquez Hunter, fair catch, call, and they bring it out to the 25-yard line. Next Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, we're heading to Rocky Top for a classic SEC matchup. 18th ranked Florida taking on the 15th ranked Volunteers of Tennessee. We'll get the day started with a drive to Atlanta at 2:30 Eastern, followed by State Farm College football today at 3.
And it's been a while when you go into Rocky Top with Florida, and Tennessee's the favorite team.
That's right. Looking forward to being in Knoxville next week. Neyland Stadium. First down from the 25. Schenker in motion. The give is to Jarquez Hunter. I beg your pardon, that's Damari Alston.
And everybody's raving about him. He's a future, they say, star. Even you talk to Manny Diaz, he said, hey, their third guy's pretty good too.
Yeah. So far today, there's what the 2-star tailbacks have done. Bigsby did have a long reception on a swing pass. It was one of the, I think, the biggest play of the day for Auburn. So far, second down and 8. Finley, loading, firing down the middle, incomplete, intended for Jackson. Well, there's a flag. I didn't see it come in.
Yeah.
Is it on Johnny Dixon?
I'll tell you, this time it's going to try to be a wheel route from the back, but number 23, Curtis Jacobs, who's had a sack, makes perfect coverage.
Defense, number 3. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
It was Johnny Dixon, and it was holding. So that was an automatic first down.
Well covered by your linebacker, but get a little hold and bail him out. His hand on the back.
Got one of his number 1s on his jersey in his paw.
Well, yeah, a little bit. I don't know. You know, I gotta say, it didn't look like I didn't see a big tug on the jersey, did you? I just saw his hand placed there.
Auburn will take it, though. Here comes the Nittany Lions on Finley. Got rid of it. Incomplete outside the tackle box, and it was Isaac again.
Well, I tell you, they've got a bookend of rushers. Isaac, number 20, coming off that tear in his Achilles last year. They say he's close to 100%. If there's any more to go, I wouldn't want to play the guy. He's not 100%.
He's made 2 big plays this quarter already.
And Chomp Robinson, number 44, excuse me. Tarberton, 46. Jacobs coming off the edge occasionally.
They get after you.
They do.
TJ Finley trying to find a rhythm here. They really need him to get in a groove like he got in late last week. That is not the kind of groove they're looking for.
Yeah, I think they might not even got the snap off that time.
It's a delay game coming up.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Those kind of penalties drive you absolutely crazy as a coach. Let's test your knowledge right now with today's Aflac trivia question. When was the only other time Auburn hosted a Big Ten school? Hosted is the key word there.
What do you mean by that? The game's here?
They might not. They might have hosted them somewhere else.
Oh, well, you mean here. Yeah, okay.
Second down at 15. Receivers shift to the top of your screen. Finley has to run for his life again. Oh, he got collared, and that's not going to help his shoulder. Levon Ellis drags him down at 3rd down.
Corner blitz. Take Bigsby from the outside. Has to make the block. He doesn't do it. That flushes TJ Finley. Runs right by him. Finley feels it. Has to get rid of it. Gets cleaned up inside for the, not a sack, but a small gain.
It's not a good landing right here for TJ. 3rd and 13. Shedrick Jackson up to the top of his screen. Finley in trouble again, and down he goes. And the ball is out. Penn State might have this. They say they do, and they do.
I think Chomp Robinson flushed him, and Jair Brown got the ball out for the fumble. Let's see if on the right side, if you don't see number 44 flash, there's Manny Diaz. He's smiling. Coming from the outside, matched up against 68, gets it flushed, and then number 16 pops the ball loose. Jair Brown for the turnover.
Chomp Robinson's a guy I think that finally covered at 44, as Gary said before. It's still sliding around, and then there comes 44. It's close. Manny Diaz will take it. Whoever got it, it's at the 30-yard line.
That's basically Manny's style. You give a look up front where linebackers and safeties are coming from all different angles, and you dare the offense to know what they're doing. If you don't, it looks ugly.
Second and no gain on this one. Nice play by Iku Leona.
Iku Leona, transfer from Northwestern in his 2nd year. 2nd in sacks on the team last year, but not a sack in this game. The Penn State offense has been able to keep that front 4 from kind of smelling blood up there, right?
Auburn came in -4 in the turnover department, and they've added that today, and it's costing them dearly. 5 minutes into the 3rd quarter, they trail 21-6. Here's a swing pass out to Tinsley, and nowhere to go. And again, same guy made the play.
Yes, and that's been a 2-year story for Auburn. Last year, for the whole season, they only had 12 turnovers, 112th in the nation. So far this year, through 2.5 games, they don't have one yet.
They would dearly love one here. They gave one away moments ago, and now it's 3rd down and 11 for Penn State.
I think they'd love any kind of stop right here, don't you?
Yep. Stanford. Incomplete.
Yeah, not a well-thrown ball. San Jose State really hurt Auburn with those inside slants. They were delivered, but on slants, the receiver does not have enough time to react to the ball. Coverage good enough, but it wasn't a good enough throw.
DJ James breaks it up, and it'll force a long field goal attempt by Jake Pinniger. His career long is 49. This one will be from 48. Penniger. Kick on the way. Got it. So the fumble by Finley cost the Tigers 3. The players are mixing it up on a field goal at the end. We might even have a flag. And we do.
Yeah, but obviously it's a post-play flag.
Right.
So wherever it happens, it's going to happen on kickoff or it's going to be offsetting. Points are not coming off the board. So the Auburn defense did as good as they could, but the turnover produced 3 points. And now this Auburn football team is in a spot that they couldn't handle last year.
Is a good field goal. After the play's over, unsportsmanlike conduct, Penn State, number 77. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. That's number 77's first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game. Timeout. Sal Wormley with the penalty is going to put Penn State in a deep spot as far as kicking off. But as Gary said, it doesn't change the scoreboard. 9:27. Tigers and Lions mixing it up. And the Lions getting the best of it so far. Aerial coverage of today's game is brought to you by Goodyear. Great shot at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Nice mid-September day. Not going so well for the Tigers on the scoreboard there now. As you take a look at the trends in the game, you'll see why. Sean Clifford has mixed it up really well on the ground and in the air. The turnover has been a bugaboo for the Tigers all year. -3 today and -7 for the season. And in the red zone, Auburn was great coming in, 8 for 8 in the first couple of games and 0 for 2 today. This is Auburn's third kickoff return opportunity of this half, and we're only 5 minutes into the quarter.
It's not good.
They should get a pretty good return because of the penalty. They have to kick off from deep, and it will be Jarquez Hunter from the 14. Jarquez to the middle of the field. He does get a good return, close to the 40. And a little bit earlier, we asked you, and of course had a little twist in the question, being, when was the only other time Auburn hosted a Big Ten school? Ohio State was in Montgomery, though, Gary. See, that's the host part.
Well, I figured that.
And look at this, you know, Auburn, their defense near the goal line holds Chuck Harley to Ohio State. And a big surprise on the season.
New quarterback in the game, yes?
Robbie Ashford, let's see what he can do. Pump fakes one way, throws a screen pass to Jarquez Hunter. And Hunter's got about 11, so that's a good start.
So, you know, it's not that T.J. Finley was playing awful, but with the pass rush that Penn State has thrown at him, especially here in the second half, it just feels like they need another weapon on the field.
Yep.
I mean, not a drop-back passer is not going to do it. The pass rush is too much, and they need a quarterback with more mobility, and I think you're going to see Ashford get his chance right now. See if he can do more than just be a change-up guy.
Right. Got 3 receivers to his right. If you have not seen this guy run, he can run. He's running right now and throwing on the run to Tank Bigsby. And Tank's going to go down at the line of scrimmage. Let's check in with Jenny.
Yeah, right after Finley's lost turnover, Robbie Ashford started getting off the bench, getting worked up and ready to go. I asked him about that mindset coming into these games, and he said, I need to prepare myself like I'm a starter because I know I'm always one call away and one play away from playing the rest of the game. He said in a split second they can call my number. And Gary, you were talking about that backup quarterback mentality. Well, looks like this is his moment here.
Yeah, and you don't get, sometimes you don't even get one. You know, the coach has to put you in. And when you get put in, you got to be ready. And, you know, you just don't sit around and feel sorry for yourself. Prepare, and when you get your shot, show them what you can do.
Ironically, a transfer from Oregon, and Benedict is playing at Oregon. Now they keep it on the ground, and Mr. Dependable, Tank Bigsby, first down.
So what the running quarterback can do, doesn't always do, but can open up the seams inside because they're waiting for the keep. You saw it. Tarburton right there didn't even go for the running back. He was waiting for the quarterback.
Again, it opens up pretty nicely. Pick up of about 4 for number 4.
You know, and as you get behind here, 24-6, Right now, first 2 games for Auburn, the 124th rated easiest schedule in college football. But I'm telling you what, from now on,
It's a little
Penn
tough.
State, they still got Georgia #1, Alabama #2, the whole SEC West. How would you like to play it? The SEC West and your crossover is Georgia. So you get your
Really lucky.
You get Penn State and Georgia as your games. That isn't against your conference.
The Deep South's oldest rivalry in that one. 5 straight home games to start this season for Auburn. And as Gary said, then it gets tougher and tougher and tougher. Ashford throws this one to the Penn State sideline as he was in the grasp. Chop Robinson again causing havoc. Here's the first 5 of the season. Jordan Hare. Pete Mercer.
Right here is okay, but starting today, and actually after the first 5 home games, then it really gets weird.
Yeah. So in a perfect world, they'd be 5-0 before they hit that stretch. But to get to 5-0, they got to get to 3-0, and they've only got 22 minutes left to do something about this one. 3rd down and 7. And I think James Franklin just called a timeout. He came running down the field to the line of scrimmage.
No, I think Auburn called timeout.
Oh, I thought it was from that side.
I know both guys were running, but I thought Auburn called it.
You were watching one coach, I was watching the other.
You had your eyes one way. I had my eyes right down.
That's right. We'll find. Somebody took a timeout.
Hey, we're a team.
We're going to take a timeout too. My partner won the Who Called the Timeout contest before the break.
Well, let's start at the top. This is what Ness saw up here, okay? But here's what I saw down here, okay? So one guy's running for the referee, and Harson's faster.
Yeah, he is. Just a quick step there. Anyway, it's still 3rd down and 7. Here's a pitch to Tank Bigsby and a little counter in the backfield. And he's stretching out, but he's going to be short of the first down. Do they go for it here?
I think they do. Bigsby actually got about an extra 4 yards because he was pinned in. He had Robinson pinning him in and Hardy, and he makes both of them miss. Watch to the outside. 25 and 44 just spin down, and Bigsby makes an extra 4 or 5 yards. I'd go for it.
And they will.
Now you got the running quarterback here. How do you use him?
Well, this is the biggest play of the game for the Auburn offense. 4th down and 2. Now they shift around. Javarius Johnson comes over in the slot. Everybody's lined up to the left. Ashford throws that way and completes it to Javarius Johnson, to beg your pardon.
He's in the slot to his left. It's a sprint left, kind of a pick play. Nice catch, right? Throw was behind him, running to the sideline, and Johnson grabs it.
Kind of a baseball player throw, what?
Yeah, that was. Well, he cut the grounder and winged it.
Wings this one right down the seam, and it's inside the 10. Malcolm Johnson. All of a sudden, the Auburn offense has life under Robbie Ashford.
Yeah, inside slant. You got it. Put it where they can't get it. Perfect throw. I don't know if the ball hit the ground or was being bobbed. Ooh, that's close.
Ball is snapped. Ashford hit in the backfield. He's going to lose yardage. Got a couple of it back. Could have lost as much as 6.
One more look at the great throw the previous play. The slant. Good coverage that time by Wilson. Ball is bobbled. He's got his arm under it. Ball hits the ground, but they call him having control of it.
So they're backed up to the 12 now.
First and goal they had, so this is the 3rd time they've been inside the 10-yard line.
Right. And there's what they've done so far. So it's 2nd and goal, but it's outside the 10 at the 12. Ashford, look out. Now they're really in trouble. He actually got rid of that ball.
I think he was down there.
And it's Carter again.
Yeah, is he? I tell you, I don't know how good he's going to be. But if you don't think that doesn't look like Parsons, number 11, or Arrington, watch him eat up this space and close like that. Holy cow.
6'3", 235-pound freshman. He's going to be really good.
He is really good.
I know.
And he's going to be better and better.
Well, this is not where you want your 3rd and goal situation. You lost 11 on that play. They're out to the 23-yard line.
And I'd drop now, though. I'd make him throw a great throw.
Let's see if he can. Fires, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tig Brown. And he's still going.
So Tig Brown caused the sack fumble earlier. Now he gets the interception. Manny Diaz did drop. He rushed 3. He dropped back as an inexperienced quarterback who is a runner. And he said, let's see how good you are. Watch them drop this time. Drop, drop. Only 3 men rushing, spying on the quarterback, and a beautiful play.
Interception. And then the return wasn't too bad either.
And there's going to be a late hit, 15 more yards tacked onto that.
That is picture perfect.
And you know, that might have been squeezed in. That could have got through, I think, on the play, but cut off, read his eyes all the way, and made the interception.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Offense number 25, 15-yard penalty added on the end of the play. First down, Penn State.
Schenker with the personal foul. Let's take a look. And here's number 25. And he rides him all the way into the Penn State bench. I don't know.
He was on him when he was still had green grass under him.
Yeah.
So he tackles him and he goes out of bounds. I actually think it was more a different player on the play. Was it number 8 or 9? I didn't quite see exactly who it was.
Well, they called it on Schenker, and I agree with Gary. That just looked like part of a tackle going out of bounds. You have to give him enough room to land somewhere on the sideline.
Absolutely. I don't think that should have been on Schenker.
At any rate, Penn State's got it back on another turnover. -4 on the day in the turnover department for the Auburn Tigers. Patron Allen on a carry for maybe a yard.
I'll tell you, Jair Brown on that play read Ashford, who, remember, not a lot of experience, looked at his receiver the old way, and Jair Brown just followed him right to the ball.
State in command, 24-6 with a 2nd down and 10 here. High snap, Clifford hands it all kind of time down the sideline and intended for Singleton, but a flag down.
Yeah, in that time, Sean Clifford did not give his receiver room to run for the ball. He threw it right at him. He might get an interference call out of it, but he had a touchdown. Wide open, Singleton's going to score if you throw it down the sideline.
Yep.
I think that might be. I don't see anything. Is it any call at all?
Pass interference. Offense number 6.
It's on
15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat 2nd down.
Yeah, I didn't think it was on bucket number 10 that time. He turned around.
Interesting call.
I think he called a pick play. Was it on the title? What was it? It was a pick play on the linebacker. That's what was called. Good call by the secondary, by the officials that time. It's going to happen right here by the wide receiver. Watch him pick the linebacker, and that's what opened up the play.
So that backs Penn State up to a 2nd down at 24. Clifford in the sunshine. Throws quickly over the middle. Got it complete to Washington on the run. He's got a 1st down. So a big pickup on a 2nd down and long.
So when we talked to Mike Yurich about his quarterback, he said he's good when he breaks his rhythm and makes the throw. Watch this one. Comes up in the pocket, gets hit, and makes a perfect throw to his Parker Washington coming across the field. He gets hit. He's in midair when he throws the ball, and he delivers a strike.
28-yard pickup down to the 36-yard line. Patron Allen in the backfield again. Singleton not in there right now. It is Patron. Broke a tackle. Spins his way for about 5. The ground game of Penn State today has had some big plays and some efficient plays. And Patron Allen with more there. And Sean Clifford now just past Christian Hackenberg for 2nd place all-time career passing yardage. Trace McSorley is on top of that list.
Hey, Ness, you know, we talked about number 11, but number 14 is a pretty good number at Penn State.
Oh, yeah, it is. We have some friends that are going that number. John Clifford under center right here on 2nd down and 5. Here's the toss to Kaytron Allen. Allen first down and a lot more. Down to the 15-yard line.
Really nice, well-designed play. It looks like the toss sweep to the left, but it's actually a counter to the right. Well-designed play from that tailback real deep.
Yeah, that's good looking play. Penn State threatening again.
Brad didn't lie to you. I called off the play for the number 14. I think it was going to come right after the play, but I called it off with that cool play.
I love when you're producing while you're also analyzing. And here's Kaytron Allen again. Inside the 10 to the 9. We got a flag down.
Yeah, it's going to be holding inside that time on that offensive line.
Holding. Offense, number 84. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
Before Sean Clifford can go any farther and do something heroic here in the third quarter, we should wrap up. See, you wear number 14, you got to be pretty good. Our old buddy Todd Blackledge won a national championship with that. Another 86 national champion, Don Schaefer, and now it's Sean Clifford. I don't know if they'll win a national championship. I think the cool
part of this is we waited until Todd's game was over so we could watch
he did Georgia and South Carolina.
Yeah, so now he's
Ledge, if you're watching, we're thinking about it at least. First and 20, outside the 20 at the 23. Blitz coming. Clifford down the middle, complete. Parker Washington, good throw and catch. Got a big chunk.
That looks like
the yardage back.
That looks like a Blackledge throw right there. Standing in the pocket, getting that stripe on your helmet pointed right to the guy you want to throw to, and delivering a strike. Got an open receiver on a crossing route and put it right in his face mask.
We got a flag down at the end of the play too, as he rips that throw to Washington. Two big plays for Parker Washington on this drive. Two big receptions. And we got a committee meeting going on right here with the officials about the flag.
Not sure what happened. I was really concentrated on Todd Blackledge during that play.
There is no foul on the play.
There you go.
He's second down.
Do anything.
You know, our official, he realized that we were talking about Todd, Michael Cannon, and said, let's not mess this up. Let's just give him a first and goal. It's actually 2nd down and 3
again
inside the 10.
Again, no real pass rush. That front four has not been able to pierce that offensive line. Clifford has moved around, but for the most part, the offensive line has done the job.
Kaytron Allen follows his blockers, doing their job. Touchdown, Penn State.
And I got to be honest, it's been a while since we've seen a team come into Jordan-Hare and run the ball like this, like they have. I said in the pregame, one of the pregames we did, that I thought that Penn State needed to help Sean Clifford with the run game. Well, they have.
And it's been the two freshmen that have carried the luggage. And that guy is still trying to hang on.
Yeah, and the 5 guys up front. You know, Juice Shrugs is as good a center as you have in the Big Ten. Wormley, Wallace.
Fashanu.
Yep, Fashanu. I mean, this is a Big Ten offensive line. And, you know, last year they struggled running the ball. It was a problem. I think if you asked James Franklin what he would take this year, 2 things. Consistent quarterback play and run the ball.
Yep. And they've done it today. The extra point by Pinniger is good. With just over a minute remaining in the third quarter. Nittany Lions, after that interception, they go 48 yards in 6 plays. Kaytron Allen caps it for the touchdown.
I'm exhausted.
Oh, man. What a finish. And here it's 31-6. Penn State took advantage of that interception and didn't take them long to get in the end zone. This is the 4th kick return opportunity for Auburn this half. None of them have paid off, but just thought I'd let you know they've had a lot of opportunities to return kicks. Well, this one they won't have to return, but they're going to get decent field position because they kicked it out of bounds. It's all been all tough for Brian Harsin. Hired as head coach, taken over during a COVID year, and that was in December of 2020. Roller coaster season. They started last year 6-2. We're doing some of their games, and all of a sudden they lost 5 straight, and they ended up 6 and 7 overall. That was not good. Then in February, January, questions about Coach Harson's job security, whether he's even going to be back or not. And the athletic director, Alan Green, the guy who hired him, he and Auburn parted ways mutually. And so, you know, they were hoping for a big-time showing here against a big-time Big Ten team. And so far, they've gone very well. His quarterback's going to take off. We'll see his speed. Robbie Ashford. I mean, he can wheel it, man.
It is, and that's the potential, but that has to be in addition to the offense.
Right.
That can't be the offense.
Picked up 28 yards. And first down Auburn at the 37 of Penn State. Final minute, third quarter. High throw to caught somehow by Javarius Johnson.
Yeah, I don't blame him for a high throw on that one. He had a pressure right in his face. That was a quick pass, and he didn't even have time to breathe on that one, getting pressured inside as he just let go of the ball. It was Isaac again. I mean, these edge guys, 20, 44, 46, the quarterbacks for Auburn are going to have a nightmare about those guys. Those numbers, they're not going to play them in any lotto ever.
They got some speed, man, on the defense.
On the edge, they do. Remember, Isaac is coming off of Achilles tendon.
Throw on the run. Jarquez Hunter just didn't get his head turned around, and the throw was not that great by Ashford, incomplete.
And this is really what James Franklin hired when he hired Manny Diaz. He wanted an attacking defense. He wanted, okay, let's get after their quarterback in as many different ways as we can. That's what Manny brings to the table.
Now, is that going to work all the time? You get burned by that pretty bad.
Well, you've got to know, when to do it. But I'll tell you, it seems to me in this game, and with this offense they're facing, they've gotten burned more playing safe than they have being attacked.
I agree with you. 3rd and 5. Well, it'll be 3rd and 10. False start on Stutz, the right guard.
False start. Offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So it might be the final play here of the quarter from the 37-yard line. Now sets up in the backfield. He and Bigsby both flanking Ashford.
Coming off the slide right here. It's coming.
See if it's a throw to Bigsby. Nope. Going to be down the seam, and it's complete. Good game. Coy Moore.
That's what you call a zone blitz. When you rush more than 4 players, they brought 5, and you play zone behind it. If you pick it up, there's plenty of room to run. Throw the ball.
End of the 3rd quarter. Penn State down south, taking care of their business. They might want to come back down south. 31-6. Back on the plains of Auburn, Alabama, where there was high hopes for the fan base today in a big orange out that they could replay and get some revenge on the whiteout from Penn State from a year ago when it was 28-20 in a really thrilling ball game. Right now, it is not going that well for Robbie Ashford in at quarterback. Both these teams, Gary, were kind of trying to figure out how good are we and do we fit in our respective conferences, Big Ten and SEC. Right now, Penn State much better.
Oh, yeah. I think Penn State is going to challenge for the Big Ten championship. I mean, they've got corners that can cover the receivers for Ohio State. They'll be in every game. For Auburn, it's like, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
I mean, it started out, they've got a 2-quarterback deal going here, and just early in the game when they had their opportunities to score and they didn't.
Their turnovers kill them.
Those 2 things. I mean, you get inside the 10, no points. Always got them.
Here's some points, maybe. Jarquez Hunter.
Got in.
Touchdown.
Yep, I think he got in.
Ashford to Jarquez Hunter, 22 yards for the touchdown.
Just a little wheel route to the outside. You've got picks for outside. Two guys coming down, cause the traffic. Linebacker can't get there and puts the ball inside the pylon. Nice leap and reach. Ooh, did his foot go out first, though? It was close.
Took the pylon with him at the end of the play.
Nope. Foot was down, I think. Looked at it in my replay that we have up here, and no need to look at it. His right foot was down.
Going for two here. Should make it a 17-point game.
Yeah, that's the play. I think fourth quarter.
Ashford looks like he's going to run the whole way to me, but he's not going to get there. So a failed two-point conversion. But finally in the end zone, just when we said they can't keep wasting opportunities when they get down close. This guy not only got him close, he hurdled his way to the end zone. Cut into the lead, but still a long way to go for the Tigers.
Up the middle to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown! He's got some room to run. Ball is on.
Double pass back to Clifford, the quarterback, and then a trick play. Right now, the recap of the game and a 31-12 advantage. Good rushing attack for Penn State, something they didn't have a year ago. Turnover problems continue, and minus in the turnover category for Auburn all season long. Clifford's moved up to second most passing yards in Penn State history, and you know the rest. Although just capping a 6-play drive in a hurry was Jarquez Hunter, scoring on a touchdown pass from Robbie Ashford to cut into the lead.
Again, Penn State's going to put their hands team on just to discourage Auburn from even attempting an onside kick here.
This is Penn State's first kickoff this half. They got the ball by a punt, fumble, and interception. Gotten it back about any way you can get it. And fair catch is called for inside the 10. Unique shots of today's game provided by Goodyear. Could have gotten a shot of the pigeon that almost flew in our booth just now. Don't forget, later in the game, we'll have the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Been some good ones on the Penn State side. Not so much for the Tigers.
Well, if they're going to make a run, Auburn that is, they got to get a 3-and-out or a turnover. I mean, they can't have a long drive now.
No. Nicholas Singleton, the tailback. He's had some big plays today. Only got a couple here before the Tigers bring him down. Talking about birds, and we saw Independence fly in at the beginning of the game. One of the great traditions in college football. James Franklin had some bird things going on this year too.
What is that? I've come out of my office and it's sitting right on the railing, and I'm talking like that big. We got to get some mice and feed them.
He said he's trained one of those hawks with crackers so far. They come to practice every day, and they sit on the tower lights. And also they come and sit on the railing right outside his office overlooking the practice fields.
So he trained him for the War Eagle.
He trained him for War Eagle.
With a hawk.
It's working. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Geico. T-Mobile, Dr. Pepper, and by WeatherTech. Penn State with 14-11 to go in the ball game. Total yardage, pretty close, but turnovers kill you every game.
Yes, right now, Auburn is really selling out to stop the run. I mean, a little play action pass, you know, slip the tight end out there on a linebacker or something. I mean, if you want to bust a game wide open, you know, because right now Auburn has come on the field saying, we're going to shut down the run. They did it on first down.
Yeah, they stopped after a 2-yard gain by Singleton. Tinsley's has only got a couple of catches today, been relatively quiet. As a wide receiver, he is. I don't think he's in there right now.
Nope, double tight end, two wide receivers, and a running back.
Lambert-Smith, one of the wideouts, is stuffed in tight. That's Parker Washington in motion. Here is the motion. Clifford out to one of the tight ends, just as Gary called it, and Brenton Strange. A gain, but short of the first down.
And a safe play. You know, in my mind, I had a different picture of the play. This is a safe play, a very effective play, but the value of those Penn State tight ends, they got 3 of them. They're all athletic. Yep. A year ago, Ty Warren actually did a wildcat touchdown in this game against Auburn at Penn State, where he just took it and dove over, leaped over for a touchdown. Big play here, 3rd and 2.
Biggest play for the Auburn defense on the day. Nicholas Singleton, deep setback behind Clifford. They fake it to him. Throw on the run, and it's a dart. It's complete to Lambert-Smith, first down.
Okay, so I read all the stuff, you know, and watched as much as I could of last year at Penn State, and the big talk was about Sean Clifford's inconsistency. I guess he was. You know, I didn't get to see all their games. But to me, it was the process of him getting injured in that Iowa game. It really never being the same. I mean, to me, he looks every bit the type of quarterback that, you know, you one of those Brian Greasy type guys where you build the team around him. He won't make a lot of mistakes. He can run, make decisions. I mean, he's in total control in this game.
You know, there was a lot of squawking about this. Here comes Singleton. He might be gone.
There goes Singleton.
There goes Singleton. I'm even, I'm leaving. Touchdown. 54 yards.
Here comes Singleton. There goes Singleton. What a burst he has.
Wow.
I mean, this offensive line is going to be smoking cigars when they watch the film after this one. I mean, right up the middle. Knockout block, 2 of them. 10-12, number 58, and then the tight end comes right around him, and then the running back, the guy in white, took it to the end zone. You know,
last player with multiple 40-yard touchdown runs was Larry Johnson, who we covered back 2002 and around there. Now Singleton today's got a 54 and a 53.
So one of the talks before the game, just to let you inside our tent, was the highlights from the Ohio game last week.
Yeah.
We wondered, should we do it? Well, the highlights today are pretty good, too. He's quite a talent.
Let's take a look at the GMC game changers today.
Yeah, and who do you want to concentrate on? The running backs? Let's start with the defensive line, because the rush has been coming from every angle. And to correct myself, it's not just been the defensive line. A couple great edge rushers, Chop Robinson on one side, Isaac on the other side. But Manny Diaz has dialed up the blitzes from the secondary and the linebackers from every angle. It's been too much for Auburn to handle.
Sacks, fumbles, interceptions, tackles for loss. There they are. There's the numbers today.
And long runs from the offense, too. It's been a combination, but the defense has more than done their job.
Penn State this half has a touchdown, a field goal, a touchdown, and a touchdown in their possessions. And that has put the Auburn Tigers way behind the 8 ball here. We could say the 26 ball, 38-12.
They had a bit of insult to injury for Auburn. I mean, during that commercial break, it was we are
Penn State. The cheers from Upper Deck over there.
And that Upper Deck, there might be some other people leaving, but the Penn State faithful,
they're taking it all in.
Every play of it.
First trip by a Big Ten team ever into Auburn, and the folks that came from Happy Valley or from wherever they are that are Penn State fans having a blast.
They might not have been able to find a parking space, but they parked themselves in the Upper Deck, and they're staying.
Ashford had it tipped, almost caught his own pass. as we check in with Jenny.
Yeah, Coach Franklin did everything in his power to prepare these players for this game. So you joked about the hawk. He was also showing his players videos and pictures of what it looks like here. 2 weeks ago, they went all silent counts in practice with the music as loud as possible. Sean Clifford, he told me that they put a speaker right behind him. He would get a headache leaving practice. And as you can see right now, guys, the orange is out, the white is here. So, you know, good preparation for the start of the game, but now it's quiet in this stadium.
No doubt. Ashford running out of bounds.
Yeah, and I'll say it again, pretty obvious. Good preparation is good.
Good players is even better.
They got some good young players. They were good last year. I think, weren't they up to 4 or 5 in the country when they went to Iowa? Lost, you know, Clifford got hurt in that game. Mustapher got hurt in that game.
Everything tumbled down.
They're 11-11 in their last, I think they are.
Yes.
Just 50%. To get back to elite, looks like they're on the right path.
Well, they had 3 years of 11 wins under Coach Franklin, and I can't believe he's been there 9 years now. So they've had some good ones. They've hit the big bowl games. They just want to hit the biggest bowl game. And whether or not they have the ability to do that, I don't know. But they're going to be pretty good in the Big Ten as they've come to the Deep South. You know, the people around here have seen some freshmen tailbacks that are pretty good. I think of like maybe Bo Jackson or Herschel Walker off the top of my head. But the guy that this guy has right now that we're seeing today for the first time, number 10, Nicholas Singleton, is really good.
We'll hold off a little bit for Bo Jackson comparison.
Oh, I know.
But really good.
I'm saying. I was just picking out some freshmen.
Really good.
That goes out of the bounds around the 31-yard line.
I mean, the whole group today. I mean, the play calling, the formations, the tight end group. I mean, you really can't find a weakness in their team. And for Auburn, long, rough day, especially at home.
CBS Wednesday, Survivor is back. New castaways will navigate relationships, challenges, and nature itself in the quest to be the ultimate survivor. Season 43 starts Wednesday at 8, 7 Central on CBS. Well, got an opportunity to see Drew Aller now, the freshman sensation quarterback. Everybody is saying that he's the future. The 6-year senior's day is done. Sean Clifford did very well today.
Yeah, and Sean Clifford doesn't have to worry about he's the present, because future's good enough. Sean Clifford, I think, has earned this job for the long run. But this guy, watch him, he's special.
Yep.
He came into that Purdue game, it looks like he's been playing college ball for 3 years.
Last week he came in and, as you saw, went 6 for 8 for 88 yards and 2 rope touchdowns. See if they'll let him throw. Just keep it on the ground a little bit. They would like to just use some clock. They go with Devin Ford. And Ford maybe got a yard as we tick our way under the 11-minute mark. Some news and notes around college football. Florida State, with their backup quarterback, came back, won that game last night. They're 3-0. Georgia's stingy defense still haven't allowed a touchdown. Oh, they did today. Beg your pardon. 48-7. I thought it was 49-3 over South Carolina. Missed that. And Michigan goes big in their first 3 games.
Neslin, but to bail you out, it could have been an Iowa offense with 2 safeties and a field.
Well, they did that a couple weeks ago, right?
Right.
Allen down the middle, strike to his tight end. Bretton Grange has first down. Sean Clifford just Mr. Efficiency today. Let's put it that way, right?
Back-to-back years. I'll tell you what, Auburn is going to say, I don't know what you guys think about this guy being inconsistent. Against us, he's
pretty good.
Yes.
Last year, 28 out of 32 for 280 and 2 touchdowns, and today you just saw his numbers, including some big scrambles to pick up first downs.
Absolutely. Man is the pocket, you know, I mean, hey, there's a whole art of only being throwing the ball 16 to 20 times and still being in your game, and he's showing he can do it. And I know a guy that you worked with. I don't think I've ever seen anybody better at playing quarterback who didn't throw a lot than Bob Greasy.
Bob Greasy, Hall of Famer.
He was the best. You know, he had such a good run game that he could stay in the game and be ready when he needed to throw. He was the best at it.
Accurate and efficient sometimes beats having an arm that can throw it 80 yards. This guy's got the kind of arm that can throw it a long ways, number 15. One of the most highly sought after quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was after him.
Yep.
From Medina, Ohio, Notre Dame, Ohio State.
Getting an opportunity to play in a big-time atmosphere. There's a quick throw, complete. Trying to break a tackle, and breaking a tackle, Parker Washington. Another Penn State first down.
Yeah, that was an RPO. Could have been a run.
Here's the super freshman five-star guys we're talking about. You already saw what Singleton can do today. He's up to 334 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns, 2 50-plus yard rushes today. And Haller with a couple of passing touchdowns last week, and now getting an opportunity to play here against an SEC opponent.
I'd rather be James Franklin than Brian Harsin right now with the quarterback problem, right?
I think I would too. This is a luxury right now, having a big lead, and your freshman gets to play in a big-time game. Not that Purdue wasn't a big-time game. I'm not dissing your Boilermakers, and this might be another touchdown. Devin Ford all the way to the 4-yard line.
And this is their 4th tailback Penn State has played in this football game. Lee, Singleton, Allen, and now Devin Ford. Nice cut to the outside. Let's put it this way. The Alabamas, the Ohio States, the Penn States do not recruit running backs that can't do this type of stuff.
Yep. A 30-yard ripoff for number 28. Down to the 7, or it's first and goal. And as Gary said, I'd much rather be James Franklin than the guy we just showed you there, Brian Harsin. For a lot of reasons, probably. Now they're under center now. Keeps it on the ground, string ahead to the 5.
Looking forward for Auburn, though. I mean, Brian Harsin has a tough decision. He said, hey, 2 quarterback system, it's work, it's old school, you just play one. I don't know. It's not just the quarterback that's affected, but everybody else on the team, when things aren't going that well, they go, come on,
start looking at each other.
Yeah, like, come on, coach, put the other guy in. He's got to make a decision at quarterback. And if he's going to get the 4-1 with this 5-game homestand, Missouri and LSU, he has to decide, I think, this week, which guy to be this number 1 player.
Just under 7 minutes to go here. And Ford is close. Got it to the 1.
Devin Ford is stopped at the 1.
Nice patience.
Yeah, but also, again, just to salute those big guys up front, no penetration at all from that Auburn defensive line. Have they had 3 tackled for losses? I know they haven't had a sack. I mean, they just have not been able to make any big plays at all behind the line of scrimmage against this very efficient and well-balanced Penn State offense.
3 touchdowns and a field goal on their possessions this half. Do we have another touchdown coming up from Devin Ford? He's gotten him there, but he's not going to get in the end zone. Thrown down. There's a tackle for loss. Took a long time, and it's Leota.
Leota, that time number 55. Bottom of the side of the screen right here. Takes it on, bounces out. That's nice defense right there. Sure is. Hold your edge. That's called holding the edge. You get the defense right there.
See if they, on 4th and goal, they're backed up outside the 4.
The question here is, like, if you're a coach, is what's more running it up, kicking a field goal or going for it on 4th down?
I think he's going to call a timeout, maybe right there. I got it that time. Yep. That's a timeout.
It's on him. I was looking at Brian Harsin, but he wasn't doing anything.
30-second timeout here. 5:26 remaining when we're done here. Coming up on the College Football Postgame Show, presented by Rocket Mortgage. Zook and Rick and BJ bring you all the day's best highlights from a busy day of college football, including a kind of a survivor win for Notre Dame. It's kind of a cross promo. Survivor starts this week.
Let's talk a little bit about Penn State. We already said they're a contender for the Big Ten. They get Central Michigan next. then Northwestern at home, then they get a bye before they play Michigan.
Wow.
Yeah,
Could be looking at 5-0 and having a little comfort zone.
It's going to be a big game. That'll be a big game.
So they are going to go for the field goal, and that means Jake Pinniger. This will be a 22-yard field goal attempt by Pinniger. Snaps a little high, but the kick's perfect. 5:21 remaining from Jordan-Hare Stadium, and the number 22 Nittany Lions are going to move up in the rankings, I think, next week. Jordan-Hare emptying out right now, except for the folks that are wearing white. Penn State's got the commanding lead of 41-12 with just over 5 minutes to play. Sean Clifford, the starting quarterback. Drew Aller, the future quarterback. Both have played now. But it's been a score every time Penn State had the ball in this half, either a field goal or a touchdown. So it's been a busy kickoff. So they've even had different kickoff.
Well, you know, you rest your running backs.
Yeah, you rest your kickoff guy.
Yes.
They've been kicking off a lot in this half. So.
Yes.
So Wosu to kick. And from the goal line, Jarquez Hunter takes a shot at the 20, bounced it to the 22 maybe.
Ness, this is a Nicholas Singleton package right here, but I think Brenton Strange steals the show. 86, watch it right here. Look at that block.
Wow.
Okay, Singleton goes for this one. Now watch the next one, okay? Good blocking inside. Strange 86 comes across again, but watch him on this one.
He's gone.
He's gone. I want to hang around that guy.
Yeah, really.
Or he probably would like to hang around with you. I'm in bed by 9:30.
Hey, I got 11 hours of sleep last night.
Yep.
Check in with Jenny.
Yeah, you're talking about Singleton there. Coach Franklin said we didn't always have that type of speed to get from the edge like Singleton does. So a run that may typically go 3 or 4 yards has a chance to be 80 with him. And the offensive coordinator, Mike Yursich, he said he's as an explosive and strong back that he has ever seen as a true freshman, guys. It's been fun to watch him down here.
He's got more long runs than some people have in an entire career, be it college or NFL, whatever, this year alone. In just 3 games.
You know, we were talking about a comparison because we all like to do that, you know.
Right.
And at first I said, when I first saw him play, he reminded me of Eddie George, really long, but he doesn't.
I argued with you on that one.
Yeah, you were right. Again, you're not as good at timeouts, but you're really good on that one. But
we loved Eddie George. I always said Eddie's muscles had muscles.
Absolutely.
That's what he was built like.
I'll come up with somebody. You know, it's not Najee Harris. I'm trying to think of Fournette. No, you know, I'm just trying to think of those guys.
Well, I know one thing. Penn State hasn't had a guy like him since Saquon Barkley. So
yeah, he doesn't run like Barkley.
No, I know I didn't, but they haven't had a guy like that since. They've been waiting for a big threat tailback, and they got about 3 of them right now, I think.
Well, you know, it goes hand in hand. I mean, we salute the offensive line as the Penn State front 7 does it again. And yes, you got to have blocking up front, but a great back makes a good line a great.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know,
and the better he runs, the harder they work.
Absolutely,
kind of goes in conjunction there.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm not going to argue about who should have been the Gatorade Player of the Year last year.
I'm not either. Crossing around, that's a stray bullet intended for Shedrick Jackson, incomplete. And it's 4th down and a mile. And they're going to have to bring out Oscar Chapman to try to get it out of there.
So, I mean, this is a humiliating day for Auburn, okay? I mean, there's a lot of pride in this program.
Yeah.
Have a Big Ten team come in here and do this to them, okay? This is tough for Brian Harsin. But nobody's going to feel sorry for him. He's got to figure this out. He's got Missouri coming in, and then he's got LSU. Those are 2 teams that, you know, Auburn should be able to play with. Their hope was 5-0, but 4-1, I mean, there's still a lot of work in front of them after that. I'll say that when they go to Georgia. But at least, it won't, you know, I mean, it's not easy. I think it's the toughest schedule in the country.
You want to be a coach? Okay, there's what Gary talked about. A couple of games that are, you would think, winnable.
Right.
Then you got number 1, number 20, number 10.
I mean, Mississippi State should be ranked.
They should be. They will be probably by then. A&M, we don't know. And Alabama in the Iron Bowl, of course, on Thanksgiving week.
I mean, every year, Auburn has one of the toughest schedules. You play in the SEC West, you're going to have a tough schedule.
Exactly.
When your crossover is Georgia, that's no fun.
Christian Veer is in at quarterback. This is quarterback number 3. And they keep tailback number 4 in there.
I'll tell you, Christian Veer had a good, freshman chance. It was a battle whether he would be the number 2 quarterback. Got beat out of it, but this is a player, who knows what he wants to do in his future, but this is a player right here.
From Ontario, Canada. Last week he went 6 or 7.
Look at, he's got the little, he's got the little Canadian flag
Canadian
right
flag
there.
on there.
That's
there
good.
You go.
Yep. Back to back, American flag, Canadian flag.
Final 3 minutes.
Woo!
Devin Ford in the backfield. And it's going to be a keeper for there. Ooh, paid the price. Took it in from Steiner. Actually, Steiner. Yeah, as you said, I'd rather have James Franklin's quarterback situation than the other side right now. This whole town was just lit up for the last 3 days.
I mean, it's a big matchup. Being able to have a Penn State, a Big Ten team come in here, marquee matchup, and this team, it had a chance too. They were there. They let the game get away. They can't play wide open ball against Penn State. They needed to muck it up and make it ugly and win a close game. They didn't want to play a wide open game.
They needed Tank Bigsby to go for about 150 on the ground or something like that. That's not the way it went today for Penn State. On the other hand, here's what Gary was talking about. They're going to beat Auburn, Central Michigan, and Northwestern. They'll obviously be favored in both of those. And then it's Michigan.
Yeah, but that's the game because they have Minnesota, Ohio State, and Michigan State all at home this year. I mean, this is doable. That's going to be the game. If they beat Michigan there, it's going to get real interesting for Penn State.
This is the first Penn State punt of the half. And it'll be fair caught back around the 9-yard line. Keontae Scott. So final 2 minutes here.
This is time that Robbie Ashford has to take advantage of. He needs to go back and learn now how to drop back and throw the ball, go through his progressions. Hopefully he has enough time to progress.
Right. Well, it's been 10 years since Auburn took one on the chin this bad. And that was to Georgia, 38-0. They won 17 straight home games. You knew one of those streaks was going to go. Auburn had won 17 straight home games against non-conference opponents, but Penn State had won 14 straight versus non-conference opponents during the regular season. So one streak's going to get snapped, and Penn State's will continue.
This is the only team that I am aware of that has all 3 of their quarterbacks are transfer quarterbacks.
That's right.
TJ Finley, Robbie Ashford, and Zach Calzada. The last time we saw Zach, he knocked off Alabama at home. Now, he came here, could not play in spring ball, got behind a little bit, but now you wonder if he gets back into the mix as well.
Good point. There's a nice throw, a little bit behind him. Receiver Darius Johnson, but Johnson makes a nice catch. And a first down. There's Zach Calzada. He was the hero last year down at College Station. Gary and I saw him have probably his best career game, and they upset the Crimson Tide.
There's a non-throwing shoulder injury he's been struggling with.
Ashford shows his wheels right there. Almost got another first down, or may have it October 9th. Last year, Zach Calzada going to his tight end for that touchdown. And then lobs it, and then he's going to take a shot right here, and that was a heck of a pass over in the corner, and they upset the number 1 team 41-38. Zach got a ride off on the shoulders of the fans. Not any action today. It's Robbie Ashford at the controls.
Wide open.
And he got it to him. Inside the 20, Cedric Jackson.
Yeah, Marquise Wilson made a mistake that time, number 8. He went for the short guy. He had deep third to the outside, and he just bails. He quits on this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And wide open for an easy, what was that, 30, 40 yards?
43. Inside the red zone again. They've been down here. Jerry talked about it. You can't keep killing yourself with turnovers and sacks and that type of thing. And he's just going to get 3 or 4 and run out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, they're just not making any calls. That time, Dennis Sutton, number 33, just gets yanked down from behind, and they don't even call it. He turned around and looked at the ref and the ref goes, it's 41-12.
We got dinner reservation.
Just break through the hole.
Second down and 6 right now. There's a quarterback comparison from the 14-yard line. Quick throw. Complete to the tight end, Tyler Fromm. Still short of the first down, though. Third down, about a yard. Ashford looks like he's either gassed or he might have gotten shaken up on one of those plays, but he is breathing heavily.
He is.
Throws incomplete, intended for Fromm again. And then 1 minute and 4th and 1. That ball was stray, and the field judge got it right in the kidney. Ouch.
He turned the wrong direction. Should have run in.
Could have made a catch.
Well, this is going to be run for the quarterback here.
Well, he thought about it. He's still thinking about it, and now he's going to be short. And that will do it for the Auburn offense today. This kind of puts the final nail in things. Get down to the red zone and not be able to do anything with it.
Yeah, he wanted to run right away. I don't even know. I mean, he had an open running back that he could have got the pass to. It was 4th and less than a yard. He wanted to run the ball. You could feel it right from the start.
You can feel that last tackle, too, I can tell you that. That's the old and the new that we talked about in the open. The old is Sean Clifford. The new is Nicholas Singleton, the quarterback and tailback. And now it's victory formation time. Bayer takes a couple steps back.
Laying down for play.
Big win, fun win for Penn State on the road in a big-time atmosphere.
Yeah, that's and by the way, that not only for Penn State, it's good news for the Big Ten because when you're looking at the end of the year, this game will count. It'll be one of those feathers in their hat. That's
road win against the SEC.
Exactly, right there. So if there's a tiebreaker, this could have some effect on it.
All Nittany Lions today. And their fans still enjoying it up there in the upper deck, that's for sure. Tough day for TJ Finley and the Auburn Tigers. Coach Harsin and Coach Franklin with a few words. And it'll be a fun trip back to Happy Valley, I can tell you. State College, they're celebrating already and waiting for their team to come home. Now it's time for our Play of the Game, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. We were just talking about kind of containing Nicholas Singleton in this game, and then he said, you're not going to get me. I'm gone. Another 50-plus touchdown. My good friend Steve Jones called it like this.
Johnson and Strange, near side as we see it. Strange, the wingback. It's going to be Singleton to the hole. Singleton to the 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. They'll never catch him. Touchdown, Penn State. Game, set, and match on the Plains. Nittany Lions.
Good call, Steve. Good game, Penn State. Resounding win today, 41-12 is the final. And Penn State came in number 22. And I would think that they're going to move up in the national rankings when they come out, because this was a pretty impressive performance in a very tough place for a lot of people. And now Sean Clifford is going to go over there and grab the guy that was cheerleading for his fans over there. And Jenny's with him right now.
All right, Sean, this is just a fun victory out here. How would you describe your first experience here at Jordan-Hare?
Great stadium, great atmosphere. Got to give it to Auburn. Really great team. They brought it too. It was loud. Crazy loud, but I'm just super proud of our guys. I thought that we played a really clean game, complimentary football.
Singleton just went off. How much of a weapon is he for this team?
Yeah, Nick has been improving ever since he stepped on campus. It's been really impressive to watch, and it's just a start for him, K-Tron, Kevon, all of them, Devin. We got a great running back room. We just got to keep on stepping.
Got a little championship DNA in you this year?
We'll see. 1-0. That's all that matters.
Congratulations on the great one.
He's pretty good. Clifford doing the interviews too.
Absolutely. He's got it working.
Yep.
He's got a double major. One of them's in journalism or broadcasting.
All right, I'm going to say, watch out, Blackledge. She's after her job.
A 14 for a 14 at 41-12 the final. Tough day for Independence. Tough day for the Auburn Tigers. Good day for Penn State. That's going to do it for us. For Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore, our entire CBS crew, Brad Nessler saying so long from Auburn. Final score, Penn State 41, Auburn 12. We'll get you back to Adam Zucker and Company for the college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage right after these messages. See you next week on Rocky Top.